When they get here, have a busy wild one.
It's about commitment, healing, honor, respect. This is Barber Life. Cutting hair, I like it. Barbershop, I like it. Change your life, I like it. Conversate, I like it.
When they interview somebody, they don't want to know who they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was down right here. Hurry up. I was over there on Middle Street. Hell yeah. You know, switching up on Middle Street.
Gotta keep on them. Oh, you got yours on. Cool. Yeah, you might come up and finish.
Boy, I ain't really got too much thought. I ain't really got no thoughts on Killer Mike for real, man. Nigga. Lock his ass up.
Yeah. And throw away the gate.
That's my
throw away the gate. I think some people saying like, why, like how did Will Smith get to slap somebody and sit back down at the Oscars, but at the Grammy they had somebody put it out in hand. Because that nigga ain't Will Smith. Yeah, he's Killer Mike. Yeah. They got two different sponsors, like two different everything.
And reputation play it.
And it's like, really, that was probably the biggest thing in Killer Mike's career.
Yeah, it is.
His biggest thing overshadowed.
Yeah, it is.
Mic check.
And I'm gonna say for Will Smith,
they said he pushed the security guard earlier in the afternoon, and the Grammys just allowed him to still get his award. And that's why he got arrested immediately. He did something in the afternoon. They let him go for the whole event, so that he they basically gave him a pass. Basically,
they also were saying that part still was televised.
No,
that was the part that he was complaining about with hip hop.
I heard that.
But it was televised that part of it.
I heard
And I
that.
think that part still, for him getting his Grammy, still was televised.
I heard that. Yeah, I did hear that. I didn't know that. I saw it on Facebook. I didn't watch it live. So
he might be the reason why it's not televised this shit.
Mic check 1 2.
That might have been
Mic check
the reason
1
why it
2
was
1 2.
if he had that transaction early on, and then he got it, well, they were like, oh, we're going to arrest him, we're going to wait till after.
You see?
We're not going to show him now. Because we were like showing our winner go to jail. Yeah. Made the whole thing look bad. Because they've been showing it. Yeah.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Mic check 1 2.
Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
That's the only thing that bothers me about it.
Mic check 1 2.
Nigga did the happy dance, yo.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. All right. Mic check. All right.
Yeah. When I watched it back the other day with the other one we did, I heard it go side call me for the button. I was like, oh, snap.
How that picture look? Take all the way.
Who can't have outside calls? No.
Nah.
Oh boy.
You gotta tell me where to place that light at.
You know, I mean, it was a lot of controversy around him getting that anyway, especially from like younger generation.
Yeah.
They were like, who is that?
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely. It was somebody. What they thought that a lot of the youngsters thought an album called Utopia to the one.
Yeah, Travis Scott.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, because they was putting up how many albums he sold and how much more he sold than Killer Mike, and was saying he should have won.
I was on something.
Yeah. I mean,
That's the argument that I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't argue against somebody saying that I'm like, yeah, it was decent for those like, you know.
Travis Scott also Killer Mike a lot though.
Yeah. He didn't about the sell, but it was a decent album.
That
You a fan, you know.
That was definitely my album.
What's that? The Killer Mike, yeah. That was a good album.
I did hear that he fit. And like you said the other day.
Oh, you ain't even heard it?
Like you said the other day, they gave it to the.
That came out last year.
Alright, for the hip hop truth. Pure. I said pure.
You can how do I look over here?
I will be honest. I mean, I only listen to like one.
Alright, you know with me?
He was about to get on me.
Hold up. Let me set the show off. We here live. Hold on, let me make the first 2 minutes.
It's my phone.
Oh, alright. I'm gonna ask him real quick.
Yeah. Dave, we recording a live stream. You cool? Get on camera? Alright, I'm going up.
He's still back. I can walk through. Yeah, no, you good.
He's gonna write it like that.
Say it again.
No, he's a fuck.
How look now?
Oh, really though?
Darker?
That's insubordination.
You want to zoom out a little bit? Alright. So we here, Conscious Heads. A live conversations. About to have some real conversation about some things that's going on. This is the real conversations in the barbershop. So we're gonna talk about a couple things today. It's gonna be live. We're gonna talk about that Monique. We're gonna talk about Killer Mike. We're gonna talk about what happened with Jay-Z. We're gonna talk about do for self. You know what I mean? Why we should be doing for self. And we just gonna jump right in. So hopefully y'all enjoy. Y'all let us know how the sound is. We're not going live from our page right now. We're going live from the YouTube page and a couple other pages. All right. So Mike, you come on. Oh, get Mike that little white mic.
Oh, Mike,
Yeah, the white.
Why I gotta be white? The white mic.
Just how
White folks.
Well, I'll be damn.
Dirty word.
Y'all just say, I want to hear what the sound sound like real quick. So y'all keep talking. Keep talking.
Right, it's very distinctive, Jabari. It's very.
It sounds distinctive.
Very.
First off,
Yes, sir.
fuck you clicking the shit you glad.
Hey, yo, wait. Yeah, they can hear you, Mike.
Oh, they can just rap.
I mean, yeah, I don't own the rights to this music. And this shit claim. You feel me?
I
Yeah.
mean,
I ain't walking on eggshells because y'all out there.
That mean nothing for real? I thought it could see.
if somebody want to see you put up their stuff, yeah, they gonna do it.
Oh no, this for entertainment purposes. Everything we speak on is alleged. That's another one. Another one. Another barrier we have to look up.
A lot of people been telling them for a long time we should do a show. So trying to get more.
Yeah, Jabari gonna tell me. Oh, what's up, Jay?
He was about to go in on the
Hey,
Jabari gonna tell me.
What's wrong, man?
let me know when that corner look light over there. It's dark up there.
Don't say hell. Say for love.
Yo, Mike, what is you doing, Mike?
I get $3 off if I put my own joint on. So wait, this is a life hack. How you save money, y'all? Let's go on pay for it. Still up?
That's it. Keep it fixing.
Take it back up.
Yeah, hell yeah. I be at the do.
Hey, yo, Al, where do you go? Put it lower. After the backside, nobody trying to
The comprehensive is not.
swing it on it. Put it in front of the,
Don't forget that part. Turn that way. Since you all of our business.
Hey, yo, what is wrong with Mike? Mike's crazy, yo. Yo, he just randomly throws
Yeah,
stuff
that
out
was
there.
a slick shit too, though. You can't fight.
It might not be right enough.
When that comprehensive is not. You feel me?
Not right now.
Like he running deep up in this still,
Now I see why they all be having Jerry curls, because you got all these lights on you, wearing all this makeup, whatever they be doing, all this goes into it. It's a lot.
It is. I ain't even no real production.
I just want the one, feel me, with the blend.
Any better?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So the sound don't sound bad, right? You got a nice little Okay, it is a little better. So make sure you can zoom. You can zoom. All right, look at here. All right, so let's roll. The first topic. Where we gonna go at? Where we gonna go? Monique, go to Jay-Z first. Jay-Z.
Grammy already.
You live on Facebook too?
So we on Facebook, but I didn't go off my page.
Oh, all right. Reality feed.
Yeah, I should have went off my page. I should have stayed on there too.
Yeah, you probably got more.
More people go ahead and do that right now. But normally, more people come off of YouTube.
Okay.
All right. So let's go with the Jay-Z. Jay-Z. All right. So Jay-Z the other day got up at the Grammy and basically, said that Beyonce don't have enough Grammys. You know what I mean? Or she don't have the one. So is that the number one? Is that the number one category so far as at the Grammy? Is that the number one thing?
Yes, I believe.
Okay.
You want
That's the
album of
biggest.
the year.
That's the biggest album of the year.
Yes.
Okay. What's some of the other categories that she won already?
Song of the year, record, video.
She got a lot of Grammys.
Everything but
album
of the year. Almost every category. She's been nominated for like 3 times.
Okay, 3 times.
Yeah, about 3 times.
And she usually loses to who? Taylor? That she loses to?
She lost to Taylor Swift, Adele, and
Beck.
I ain't even know.
I don't even know who Beck is.
I know who Beck is, but I ain't. Hey, I don't. Yeah, we know why. Complexion.
All right. So when Jay-Z got up, he was giving his speech. What y'all think about the speech that he gave? Was it deep or was it not so deep? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you feel about Jay-Z accepting the speech?
So I feel.
Hold on, can you give him that? Give him that that little. Let me give him that. The little white mic.
All right, so while they doing that, I'm gonna say it shows. For me,
I'm sorry.
I didn't even hear the speech, so I'm only going off of what I'm hearing other people say. And to be as established and successful as a person like Jay-Z, I don't understand why we have celebrities who want to dictate what known establishments do, what they support, what they acknowledge. If you got a problem with, the awards they give out and all that, why do you continue to attend these awards? And then why did you even accept it? And then accept the award and then turn around and criticize, but y'all should have gave her one for this, that, and the third. If I'm against, the Academy, their decisions, X, Y, Z, not only am I not going to accept the award, I'm not even going to be there. I'm gonna be a part of the group of people who are putting it together our own academy, where we can acknowledge our greats. Because I see the list of people who never got Grammys, and it's some big names on there.
The thing is, Jay-Z said, in his speech, he said, we got to keep showing up. We got to keep showing up. We got to keep on showing up. What exactly?
Yeah.
I mean, is he talking? Well, I know, Ella, you want to.
So I think it's like I said. I think 2 things can be true at once. I think what Jay-Z said was true about her not winning that particular award, and I think he said it in a way that was more acceptable or palpable than the way that Kanye said it. Because Kanye was essentially saying the same thing back in the day, but the way that he said it, a lot of people didn't connect with him because you know he Kanye. He's outlandish. He ain't doing it the clean cut way that Jay-Z was trying to do it. But at the same time, like Mike was saying, you know, we got this back and forth feeling with these award shows. And sometimes we like, oh, they don't care, you know, they don't matter. But then we always use them as validation.
Yeah.
And when you get a Grammy, your price go up as an artist. Not that Jay-Z and Beyonce need no more money. But for other artists, they looking for that validation because they know now I can charge more.
Yeah, that go on your resume.
Right? I can say even if you nominated, you know, every artist who's ever nominated, even if they never won, they still gonna be introduced by Grammy nominated, blah, 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 because they want that recognition. And so I think it's twofold, like Mike was saying, because ain't nobody never complained about not getting a BET award or a Soul Train award or any of the other black awards because we don't see them as valuable as this Grammy. But then when the Grammys get it wrong, we keep complaining like we need to do our own thing. So we just kind of going back and forth, and there's not a universal consensus of how we feel about it.
It's a losing battle.
But do we need to do our own thing?
You got it. Beautifully said.
Oh yeah, give him the microphone.
I think personally for me, we're still seeking validation through a Eurocentric founded concept. I feel that the Grammys was never really designed or established for us. And with that, you still, even us, like you said, the BET Awards and all these, a lot of things that we're still complaining about, especially people that are successful enough to do it. Their net worth over combined. There are awards and different ceremonies that we can look forward to give our recognition for each other. But just like you said, do we hold that as value as a Grammy or all these other awards? So for me, if you're thinking that people that's thinking Eurocentrically are going to allow you to take over something and looking for validation through them, the only thing they care about are the album sales. You got to look at the way things are established in design. And it's unfortunate that for our people that our awards and the things that we do and celebrate aren't looked and held in the same light. A lot of these artists are on Jewish-owned labels. They own the market. They own these labels. And so signing yourself over to them, even with newer artists, a lot of people are just trying to get mainstream. Think about back in the day when a lot of those artists from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, who did these labels look like? Who were these owners and who was running these labels? It wasn't us. You got your Russes and you got your people out here and there, but nobody's really trying to establish a platform that puts us on our own footing or our own, because everything we do, we want to mirror what they do. They got Snow White, we want a black Snow White. You know what I'm saying? And everything is still pivoting off of their concept. So until we establish our own system that works for us, that gives the same recognition and the marketability, you can't complain about something that you're still participating in.
But what about say like BET? Different thing. I know some argue at different times, but they wasn't black owned at different times. It was.
I don't think different.
They're not now, but at certain times, I know. What was it, Bob Johnson?
Bob Johnson.
Yeah, Bob Johnson owned it. But they say like Jay-Z don't want to come to the BET.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, so reason for that.
It's not as prestigious as this brother was speaking. He said when you get a Grammy, your price go up. When you get a BET award, does your price go up, or is that just an accolade or like an attaboy or something like that? Or is that really something, a notch under your belt?
At what point do we go to our own and we got to make sacrifices? That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they got big stuff, because everything is just big, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know what I mean? At what point do we say, hey, look, we got to make sacrifices and build with each other, help each other go to the next level? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at what point do we do that?
We never really, we skip over the obvious question. Right. Obvious question, has she won Grammys before?
Right.
She has, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So that says that they're not withholding.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have to ask, why hasn't she won Album of the Year?
Right.
That's the question we should be asked.
Right.
So when you look at other people that won, right? We look at Taylor Swift, we look at Adele, we bring up that because he won 1 year over her. What makes these artists different than Beyonce? Well, when you look at the writing credits, they write everything. Beyonce has at least 7 to 10 writers for each and every song that she does. So they're rewarding people that write their own stuff. Okay, is it a white thing or a black thing? Lauryn Hill won it. She writes her own stuff. Black writes his own stuff, and Adele writes her own stuff. If anybody else does,
Taylor writes her own stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
She writes her own stuff.
Yeah, so they get a little notch for that.
Lauryn Hill won it, right? She won Album of the Year for Miseducation Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
All songs written by Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
So they're not being racist. They said, yo, you can win it. You have your people have won it before. A black woman has won it before.
Right.
But one of the greatest albums that people have ever heard was the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Oh man.
So what it is that we need to be, Jay-Z should have been asking his own wife, well, maybe you should write your own stuff. Don't involve anybody else. Just make it you, because that's the common thread amongst all the ones that won. Speaker Box Love Below, right? Outkast. A rap, right?
Yeah.
They won Album of the Year. Well,
I mean, but a good album is a good album.
No, they literally are showing you the winners of this award. You can have the singles, but the winner of Album of the Year you have to write most of, if not all, your own stuff. That's what shows you. You either writing your own stuff, that shows you
Creativity.
or are you just an entertainer?
Yeah.
That's why Usher never won anything. Usher should have won for Confessions. He didn't win.
So for Album of the Year,
You need to write your own
it's
stuff.
by the different musical categories. So it's heard.
It can be any category.
Album of the Year.
It's for any category.
It's for all artists.
Yeah.
Across the board.
That's why.
That's why Outkast won.
That's why
Hill
it's an award.
It could be rap album could win.
Album.
Outkast won Album of the Year. Yes.
But why isn't it called the best written album of the year? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, a good album, I don't care who writes
They
it.
are rewarding a true
So
artist.
let me ask you
That's
this
it.
question.
So you can't be mad at that. Then.
If you
I
you're
can.
saying that the album of the year, in your opinion, is defined by a good album that's written by that artist.
I'm not. It's what they reward. I'm going with facts.
Let's just say by that artist. Written by
Okay.
that artist. Right. So do you think that there could be a category for album of the year for every genre of music? For example,
okay,
R&B album of the year.
Hip hop album of the year.
Country.
They really kind of do that for artists. Like you can be an artist, best male R&B artist, best woman, male. You know, they kind of separate like that. So they don't do album, they just do artists. And she's won, if I'm not mistaken, Artist of the Year. If she got 32 Grammys, she had to win a plethora of other top tier awards. It's just for their most prestigious award, which is album, which means you spent your time, you started, you finished, you got a collection of different types of songs on your thing, you wrote it, you might even help produce it. We're going to reward that. And when you look at Beyonce's, that's
So then, if that's the case, then they should have known that going in. Jay-Z,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
he
That's
should have
what I'm
been
saying.
known
They
that.
don't- I mean, I hear your argument, but it seemed like to me that they would have been on top of it.
Yeah, they should have known that
You
by
gotta write your
now.
own stuff. You know what
You
I'm
know
saying?
how long they've been in the game?
correct. So if you look at her track record, her last album, the amount of writers was getting kind of reduced. But
Okay.
it's still like over five
Okay.
or 6 people coming together to write a song. And then it's like different.
Plus, you
writers.
can't. I mean, you can't always win. How many Grammys they got together? Like, you can't always come in first place. Plus, I mean, is the music you're making like her last album was like a dance album? It wasn't her normal, I guess, music. And I mean, is a dance album of the year?
It was nominated. Like
I mean, I get it, and it's pride in even being nominated.
That's the whole question of like, what artists get nominated? Because we know that artists might release good albums, according to us, they're good albums, but they may not get selected to go nominated. You know, that has happened. Or some people just get robbed. And even the artists that said, like, damn, I think the other person had a better album than what's up?
right. So in recent memory, Adele did that. her album 25. She said, I don't know what Beyonce needs to do in order to get this award. She said that. So she basically did what you just said. But then she didn't necessarily look at her own album and realize you wrote every song. If it wasn't you, it was you and your producer. That's your collection of work. That's you. That's not what somebody else pretty much wrote and then asked you to perform it.
So do you think that that's the thing? Because are we judging? Do you think that this should be just the writing of the music, or just the music, or like, what do you feel about that? We can say it is what it is, but what do you think about it?
I think in their eyes, they are just trying to reward people that do most of the work themselves.
Okay, do you agree with that?
I do. I mean, I would agree. It's more work. It's more work into actually writing the lyrics. Into like, if you like a person like Kanye West, think about him. He's writing his lyrics. He's making his instrumentals, and he like a one man show. You really put him in a studio. He don't need nobody else to produce a whole album. So if it's and because you got people that talented, to me it would be no sense in he even having an award, because anytime one of those people do something, they're automatically gonna get it. If it's based off all of these.
Let me ask you this: where did you get that statement for the best album of the year? Because it sounds like to me some hogwash they might have put out there because to figure out like why are we not giving her this thing? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said,
so they gave her 32 awards.
No.
So it's not like she got 5.
Right.
She already established.
The top artist of all time. How can she get on? She got the most, 32. They're just saying you're not going to get this award until you show us that you can do more.
That's like saying you got 32 playoffs, but you ain't get no Super Bowl.
That's what happens.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
and I want to switch to what's the name, Killer Mike, because to me, all right, I didn't watch the ceremony, but I seen like some of the snippets when he got his awards, and you know he was crying. He acted like the ancestors crafted them awards for him. As much as he be anti-establishment, to see him in that moment celebrate that level of validation shows you why it's so much value on that. He caught the Holy Ghost. He caught the Holy Ghost.
So yeah, but I think that goes back to what we talked about earlier. Because even if we all watch, well, most of us watch football, right?
Right.
And we enjoy the sport. If a team wins the Super Bowl, right, and they crying and they whatever, we don't hold that same energy. Yeah, we don't like you carry that same
Good
vibe.
point.
That's a good
Good
point.
point. Good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
We see that we love football. We kind of treat it different.
I guess like, even they notice how hard the work I put in this joint. You know what I'm saying?
So if you flip it and we hold the BET Awards, the NAACP Awards, we hold them. Let's say we do raise them up. Well, that means a whole multiple groups of other genres are not, or other races are not being in competition with you. You just say you're the best out of us. So if you're an artist, like a true artist, and you're like, well, now I'm better than them. I'm better than Taylor Swift. I'm better than whoever representing rock. Like I'm better than all of them. I want to be in a competition against them. That makes you stand out more as an artist. Like, yeah, I am the top dog.
Yeah.
So now all the commercials, all the endorsements, all that, I won the Super Bowl. Like you said, I won it. So give me my State Farm commercials and stuff like that.
I think that would be a better equivalent if the Grammys had a history of being
Not racist.
not racist.
Yeah.
Right.
If it was this organization that was truly equitable,
And
fair, and doing things the right way, I can see that.
Because didn't they get a Grammy for Whoop That Trick? Ain't that an award winning? So if you giving out a Grammy for that, I mean, then I don't want to hear all this, fancy schmancy artistic, integrity. It doesn't matter about artistic integrity if Whoop That Trick is Grammy nominated. If anything, it tells the youth, if I want to get an award, I need to make a song like Whoop That Trick. Whoop that Tricks pimp.
Would have a better argument if he analyzed his formula about the writing, and if she found artists that one that didn't do most of the writing, then she'd have a real big argument. But if what his formula is saying is true, then they already set a precedent about what they want for album of the year.
But she should already knew that coming in the gate.
Yeah, and that's
knowing it and doing it.
True, fair enough.
She might not have the ability to do it. She might not be good at
Right,
writing.
man, Jay, her husband, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Yes, he can write a great rap song. That does not mean he can write a great.
And he need a new fashion coordinator because he looks a
He
mess.
is telling me till right now about the writers.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that is the way that output year has been determined
Since the beginning. No, I can't say that because I just did some research, right? And then I realized, well, Whitney Houston won for the Bodyguard album, right? I know she didn't write. Whitney Houston is a great writer. But
a lot of R&B artists.
correct.
Yeah,
But she's so good. If you look at that album, I Will Always Love You and I Had Nothing is probably two of the greatest
R&B
songs
songs
ever.
Yeah.
So you have to me, be above that.
Yeah.
Like you have to be in that spectrum. I'm saying, like, yo, you have all time, don't matter the era classics, right? I'm not saying Beyonce don't, but I'm just saying like.
But you won't take my soul, don't do that.
When you don't run,
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? So when you're entertaining, you gotta be a top tier entertainer. So I looked at it, I was like, well, that's what I brought up Usher before. In my history, that Confessions album was probably fire, right?
Yeah.
To this day, right there.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, who won it that year? U2. Right? So that's the rock side of things that we don't know about. I'm not knocking that.
Taylor Swift.
But at the same time, when I look at their writing credits, there's 4 guys in that group of U2, Bono and a couple others. Every song written by them. It was their project. It wasn't a compilation of different writers creating this song for you now to perform.
But to go with your argument that you just said, that Usher album has bangers.
Yeah, no doubt.
But they didn't have.
Bono was on a world tour at the time, though. That's how they had a huge album that year.
I would say it's Dr. Wells and Illy Fuller say you don't understand racism or white supremacy. Everything else will confuse you.
You can't keep going to that if they show you examples of us winning.
No,
they did.
No, because they do it as tokens a lot of the time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She did. You know what I mean? And then they gave it to her like, oh yeah, let's get it to her. Because they gotta adjust that image. They gotta adjust that image.
They did. They gave Speaker Pop Love Below album of the year. That is a rap album. That is us. And they gave it. They say here's your album.
But no, it was half a rap album because one side of it was hip hop, and then Andre 3000 was really R&B. He was singing on there.
They did. It was a great album together.
Yeah, it was.
So we have to acknowledge that. That's what happened.
I hear you. I'm just saying a lot of times they, you know what I mean, they do think, okay, for our image, let's do this. Let's give this amount. Let's get this amount. You know what I mean? Or let's do this or let's do that. You know? And I'm not saying I'm on the side of us really doing our own thing. I mean, and look, by far everybody knows Jay-Z is my favorite rapper. No doubt. But I criticize him just like I criticize everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think Jay-Z should be showing up at some of them other joints. You know what I mean? And not being so elite. You know what I mean? Where he's not going to show up at some of the other events.
Is it good to be the best amongst everybody or the best amongst the people?
I mean,
if you're trying to establish yourself as deep entity in whatever field that you in,
right?
You want to be the best us or the best ever. As an artist, you have to take that upon yourself and say with them, like
most artists want to be the best ever.
I want to be.
That's what they go in there for.
That's what you do. That's what you put out for.
Right.
Not just be best amongst the people. So that's why I push back on that. I'm not saying that we don't need those things. We do because we need to come home for a lot of things. However, some things need to be amongst other competition.
I want to share a few facts from the internet, from business inside. So only 11 black artists have won album of the year.
That's correct.
For the Grammy, ever. Since what, the 50s or I can't remember exactly when the Grammy started. So in the 66-year history of the Grammy Awards, only 11 black artists have won album of the year. Stevie Wonder was the first black artist to win it.
You got 3 of them.
Yep.
And what year?
This was 1974.
He was the first one to ever do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and he got 3 of them, by the way.
So do we think?
And we know Steve does everything, right?
Yeah.
Do we think it's problematic though? In the last 66 years, only 11 black artists have won album.
Ooh. Good point.
I mean, it is what it is. At this point, do you wish to support that, knowing that? Because the same way we could look that up, they pay people to look that up for them, and you still going with the thick, crazy looking Star Wars dreads. Look at the damn mess. That's another thing we could talk about.
Okay, so
Like you got a voice and you finally use it to talk about the Grammys, really all this other stuff that's been going on in the world.
Right. I mean, we can dive into Jay-Z.
Something that really only benefits you and not the people.
So, but let's go back to your point, right? The 11 artists, right? Michael was one of them, right? Thriller.
Let me go through it. Stevie Wonder got it 3 times. Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie.
Stop. Pause for a second.
What album?
So,
Thriller, right?
Thriller, right? Yeah. And then Lionel Richie's first album going solo.
Okay.
All those artists so far were great artists that also wrote their own thing.
Okay.
All right. Second album. So we still on that same.
All right. So who after Lionel Richie though? I want to know the list.
Quincy.
Quincy Jones for what?
He probably put together a soundtrack.
Probably put together a compilation.
Yeah, compilation or something.
Natalie Cole.
Okay.
Great artists.
All right.
Whitney Houston, like you said, 94.
Okay.
Lauryn Hill, 99. Outkast in 2004. Ray Charles in 2005.
Reading the zone stuff.
Hey, Outkast one before Ray Charles.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
That's disrespect. That's a good point. That's hella disrespect. Hella disrespect.
Wow.
Ain't no way, man. Ain't no fucking way.
He was like 79 years old. He got
Whatever that word. Yeah.
I put the
Yeah.
Kirby Hancock in 2008.
Man, what the hell?
John Baptiste, right?
2022. And that was it. Before you finish.
But no, that was just it is a common thread amongst most of them. Like I said, the only one I don't know that really does I know for sure that didn't write this up was Whitney. But that Bodyguard album was the #1 selling soundtrack of all time, by far, till this day, because she had all time classes on it. So,
but that also discredits like a whole genre, and we talking about people who influence music. A lot of people in the '60s and all that. A lot of their stuff gets sampled and reproduced and all that. And I didn't hear him say Aretha Franklin or Gladys Knight. None of those legends are on. It's a whole list of people. Marvin Gaye. I didn't hear his name. Like it's a lot of legends. Luther Vandross. It's a lot of legends that's not on there, or that's not on that list. That's not even acknowledged.
What were we talking about? The history of the Grammys, or where we at today?
No, we just talk about music and how we saying.
History-wise, yes, you're right. It was racist as fuck earlier.
Yeah, so why should we expect anything that they do to change?
Well, most things in America was racist. It kind of
and they still are.
Yeah.
And they still are.
It does adjust a little bit.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So now it just got it right. What? Years ago?
Yeah.
Then there's a lot of music that's coming out. No disrespect, but it's not Grammy worthy. Like if they do be giving Grammys to some of the stuff I be hearing, that'd be disheartening.
Let's talk about the Killer Mike.
I like it. I like the Killer Mike.
The album was
nice.
tight.
It was nice. I liked it.
Yeah, the album was tight. I mean, I think I like Killer Mike. People give him a lot of hassle. People say that he do this and he do that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that he, the brother really care about black people. I mean, you listen to his lyrics. He say a lot of stuff that really mean a lot. I mean, he got a song on there that he was talking about. We was talking about his mom passing away and his grandma passing away. Of course, I could identify with that. Like what he talking about. I mean, and then he say a lot of good stuff. He owned a barbershop. You know what I'm saying? You know, he into black business. You know what I mean? He used to, does he do some things that's questionable? Of course, everybody do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? To a degree, but I really
He's semi woke.
I don't even think he's semi woke. I think he's a lot woke.
He's semi woke.
Yeah, I think he's a lot woke.
Yeah, I know. Yates when like put the all Brad. He mentioned in the Breakfast Club interview. I think that he put up
500.
$500,000.
Yeah, like 500,000. Yeah, like 500,000. He put to his own joint. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he shouted out different people. Shout out Donnie now. You know,
Yeah.
He says a lot of things. I think for me, he Grammy. I think it was my favorite album of the year for that year.
Yeah.
The production, the lyrics,
Yeah.
the features.
Yes.
It was before the skits, like the Dave Chappelle joint.
Yeah.
He had on there, like just doing, all of that. He made a solid body.
Yeah, he talked about teen pregnancy on there.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would say it also should say something to the youth. I was a 48-year-old man getting album of the year. Y'all need to step y'all game up. Because if I was young and, I had all this energy and while this old man got to go to sleep and, he may be dealing with life on life terms. And I'm 22 and I'm 23. Come on, man. I'm going to have to produce something that's going to challenge that.
Right.
So what exactly happened though? Killer Mike get up there, he wins the Grammy, and then he get locked up. So what's the deal?
Grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like big day is life.
They said he got an altercation with a
switch.
security guard in the afternoon.
Okay.
And that was on videotape. He got an altercation with a security guard. And so they basically allowed him to still get his Grammy, and they waited to arrest him.
Wow. They wanted to do it on camera.
In the morning, they waited till he got the Grammy that night to arrest him because I guess they were giving him a little bit of grace to get his award.
That, and they wanted to put it on camera. So if you rap like him, we're going to lock you up too.
So I've also heard people say that, like, at award shows, I think even Mark reminded was at award shows, they get it's packed. A lot of people, sometimes people have interactions with security, but it doesn't necessarily lead to an arrest.
Right.
So, so why do you think that this one led to an arrest?
Well, a lot of people say because he wouldn't endorse a candidate, you know what I mean, that I've heard people say.
I heard that.
He wouldn't say specifically, but he told people that to go after, things that make a difference in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever bills, whatever come down, that's what we should be going for, instead of the actual individual, you know what I'm saying? And what show was he on? He was on that white guy show.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher show. He was trying to get him
politically incorrect or whatever.
Yeah. He was trying to get him to support, I guess Trump or whatever. See that whole campaign, man, all the time. I mean, anything to make us look bad. I don't care what it is. We're always supposed to look bad at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Whether you're a rapper, whether you're a businessman, whether you're a politician, black must be the worst. The worst
in every
category that ever existed in this
deficit.
On this planet. You feel what I'm saying? We must be the absolute worst.
Yeah.
And then, because we got the self-hate and the different things, we all oftentimes play into the script that they want us to play for. It's like a trap. Like they say, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
We can walk right into the same trap. It's like a mouse. We walk into the trap. Just like
and we saw our mouse cousin get popped.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like
we died the same way.
The mouse cousin. The mouse cousin.
No,
I like that. Hey, leave that shit in there. Leave that one in there.
So what do we look at when we see those rap stores? What do we think?
Whoa.
Dumbass rap.
Dumbass, yeah.
So what do they make us
You
look
ain't
like?
see that right there?
So what do
But see, now I think it's different.
Listen to his question. If you compare us to those rap doing the same dumbass shit, what do you think other people are looking at us?
Well, when I look at that,
wait, pause for a second.
All right.
So it's someone like Killer Mike that you just said is a lot conscious, right? He's a lot old.
Yeah.
He should be one of the first ones to understand.
And he preaches self-sufficiency.
But
he needs to get his validation from
fair
money.
enough.
But Alec made a good point though, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? He scored a touchdown, you know what I mean? I guess, you know what I mean? He got excited, you know what I'm saying? Like, touchdown.
But they call holding. But then they call holding and 15-yard penalty. To celebrate. He got fined for celebrating.
He got fined for celebrating.
Not if you bundle. Not if you bundle. Not if you bundle.
I'm sure Killer Mike at some point will come out and share exactly
What happened?
So we don't really know the extent of what happened.
He might have been disrespectful.
Not if he want to lose his new endorsements. He better be hush about that.
And that's why he acted the way. And we need to hear him talk about it.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. It's kind of I don't even see a song coming from him.
But who else on the docket though after Killer Mike? Cause
You talking about for the day?
Yeah, like what else there was something else? Monique,
Monique.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all better go to Killer Mike. You better go to Killer Mike.
Now go ahead, Jabari. You've been waiting for this one.
I mean, I ain't been, you know what I mean? All right, so who in here watching Killer Mike? I mean, the Monique.
Nah, man. I haven't watched it.
So actually, it's only just me and Kenny.
Ricardo saw it too, but he's not here.
I saw it.
Oh, you saw it?
Al said he saw it. Yeah.
Oh, BA said so.
Oh, BA said so.
Okay. All right, BA. What was your take? What was your take on the Monique joint? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you think?
One, I think they have great chemistry. They might be good enough to do it on their own little.
Oh, you talking about her and Janet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Oh no, they was over.
We need to establish that first.
All right, yeah.
Oh, is that good?
Yeah, they was that good?
Cause I ain't see it yet.
Yeah, they
was Shaq and Kobe. They was Shaq and Kobe.
Friends out there.
Alley hoops, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Slam dunking them.
We forget that Monique is a comedian first, right?
Right.
She's naturally.
She a showman.
And Shannon is as far as he's been in the podcast game and social media game, like he understands how to flow, whatever. Like that. But if you notice in the first one with let's say Cat Williams, he was just kind of like Cat do his thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a give and take too much.
Okay.
Yeah. This one.
Okay. Oh, nice. So he upgraded.
No, definitely.
Him himself was like, maybe I need to be a little bit involved. I don't know. Maybe it was just Monique doing it.
He probably do what he wanted to. He wanted to get out of her.
Yeah.
No idea. You can see that.
But she was doing the same thing too, though. You know what I mean? She was like clear about what she wanted to get.
You know, I feel like I see it, but we know that any comedian that's going there, probably anybody in general, but definitely a comedian, they know like, oh, that's the platform I can really get off.
I get comfortable here, yeah.
Yeah, she seemed like she was real comfortable.
Did she go in on Kevin Hart?
Yeah, she did. So here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing, like, you know what I got from, you know what I mean?
I ain't like that.
The bad thing, yeah. So I think that she got a lot of good points, and I think she's taking a stand. She represents that, you know what I mean, that aspect. But as you hear her talk through the whole interview, she oftentimes talk about how people did her wrong and how she had to lean on this person, how she had to lean on that person, how she had to do that, you know what I mean? And really, just watching her through the years, it does look like she may be a little difficult actually to work with. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
okay.
You about to do the same thing everybody else do about that.
Okay. Good.
She said, if you don't take accountability, then I'm gonna keep bringing it up.
All right.
And then now I'm a bad person because I bring up something that you should have taken accountability for that you admitted to, or whatever the case may be. That's her thing. You just did exactly what everybody else said she does. No, she's not a bad person to work with. She definitely got people saying that the opposite of that. What she's saying is when you don't take accountability for the wrong that you have done, then no, I'm on your ass. I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm gonna keep bringing it up.
She gonna bring it up. She gonna remind you.
Make me bad. You should take accountability.
But it's in her eyes, though. You know what I'm saying? It's from her story.
It's her point of view.
No, Lee Daniels or somebody already came out and said that.
Yeah, that's him. That's what we did.
So it's not just her eyes. She said something. He admitted to it. They cool now. She don't bring him up in the negative light like that no more. It's the other one.
Because he did what she wanted him to do.
Because he did what was right.
Who else she beefing with? She beefing with everybody?
Then she's gonna keep talking about Tyler Perry to take accountability for what he did.
And Tarazi just talked about Oprah. So it's some evidence there. It's something there.
They clicked up in Hollywood.
All I'm saying is everything she said, you know what I'm saying? I think you hear the same story, you know what I'm saying? Even with her family, you know what I mean, different things, she'll mess a lot. But a lot of them, you know,
she got a great family.
I mean, but a lot of people, that don't mean you cut everybody. I mean, because the way it was presented was like, what about you with your family? She was like, I just let them stay with. She didn't say, no, I don't mess with certain ones, but you know what I mean? Yo, I'm really about family. You know what I mean? She like specifically like my family, kind of like, yo, forget them. You know what I mean?
She said she loves them and still wants them to prosper, but she don't want to be around.
Because
so basically, I don't mess with them.
Yeah, all right.
You know what I mean?
What though?
Like, give the reason why.
What's the reason?
I don't know.
Take accountability for what happened when she was younger.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that in her story.
Basically, they protected her brother when she came to them and told them that he molested her. They protected her brother.
Damn.
And since she got rich, they've been trying to get money out of it. Those are the main two things that she is not fucking with her parents.
Well, that is enough to make you not want to.
a lot of people say
That's
that is true.
He's saying you need to mention that when you criticize her, because that's a big deal.
It is.
BA saying
That's a lot to go through.
That you need to mention what her parents and family did to her to make her behave that way when you criticize her, because it's a big deal.
Yeah, but even as she went on and she talked about her husband criticizing her for doing stuff, for still, taking that same action. You know what I mean? Her husband said, just because, that happened to you, you don't have to continue to use that as a crutch and as an excuse, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and, when it came to, he talked about her being, he said she was almost a hoe. You know what I mean? Not a hoe, but almost, like pretty much close to a hoe.
To me, I only saw a clip. I can't feel the clip that I saw about Kevin Hart, and with maybe that's our approach throughout the whole interview, because it didn't seem as comical as like a Cat Williams. It seemed more like I'm hurt. And so I'm gonna explain why all of these people hurt, why I'm hurt by all for whatever it could be accountability, it could be other things. But to me, from that clip, and it's probably not a good thing to judge the whole thing by that clip, but it didn't seem as like Cat Williams with Cat Williams. It felt more like a comedy sort of situation. It felt like, you really need to talk to me. You're still hurt by a lot of stuff. It's kind of like I'm gonna expose everything. It's kind of like you need to have a conversation with him to figure that out. That's what I feel.
I thought it was just like Cat Williams in the sense that it was a person that was wronged by a kind of like, I guess, a fraternity of Hollywood folk, and it was like the same players. Monique's players that wronged her was like pretty similar to Cat.
Yeah.
It was Steve, it was Tyler, it was Oprah, and it was Kevin. Oh, some of the same people that Cat called out on his interview.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I don't know. I was half and half with Monique. I could see how she is a little hard to deal with, but also I think people wronged her. I definitely think people wronged her.
Yeah, you go through. Yeah, I can see, you know what I'm saying? But the thing with Kevin Hart, when she went telling that story, though, see, this is the thing why it's mixed, because she started off telling the story, and he actually cut her a check because she wasn't doing good. He's like, Mo, cut her a check, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then she said she got a call, but he said he's going to do some work for her. How you doing that?
She said that, and she gave him the money back.
She gave it back to him, but still he gave some money though. You know what I'm saying? No, she did say that. But then at the end of the day, it was like, I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened because he said she called somebody. He told her to call, and they was like, "No, we're not doing this." You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, like, did that happen like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
he meddled in her business.
Because Kevin Hart just stepped away, like, you know what I mean? Like, basically, she ain't heard from him in 2 years. But he did initially give her some money.
Yeah.
You know? And looked out for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did.
So what happened in the midst of that? What happened there? You know what I'm saying?
He was mad with Kevin because privately he basically backed her, and then ran away publicly. Basically, that's what she was mad with him about.
But he didn't never say it publicly though. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? He didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
she said he told her that in private, basically. That he was going to have her back. He was going to back her and executive produce stuff for her. And she was mad with him because he pulled out after he said he was going to help her.
They all mad at Kevin because he blew up. That's also a part of it. Let's bring that part up. It seemed like Kevin got a lot of haters because regardless of the roles he played, whatever the case may be, he the one who blew up, and he at the top.
Yeah, the top.
And saying the person, whoever that is at the top, they always gonna have a bunch of people that can't stand them, think they the corny, especially as far as comedians are concerned. Can't stand them. I'm pretty sure Eddie Murphy had a bunch of people hating on his impersonations and buckwheat and this and that, but they ain't stopped. Beverly Hills Cop and 48 Hours and Trading Places and everything else from coming out.
Yeah. They call him Kevin the Gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Now I will say, Kevin ain't.
I don't think he's funny. Let me say that too.
Kevin, Kevin ain't really, you know what I'm saying, like really stepped up and never said nothing about no situation or anything. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never spoke out on nothing. He stay away. It's right. It's one right here.
Oh, okay. So
It's
you
one right here.
can grab that mic from him.
He don't got nothing to do with nothing. He just got a check. He just got a check to pick up. That's it.
Okay, my man.
You want it?
No, I'm good. I'm just gonna talk shit to style.
Oh no, we can't hear you on
you
we on the live. You want somebody to hear you now. If you don't want to be heard, let's mess our video up.
Oh my
No, it's all good, man. Nah, man.
What's the topic on the table though?
No, you can chime in. We talking now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. But
So interview right now.
yeah. But I'm gonna say this though. The strongest part that I did agree with Monique, and I love her for this. You know what I mean? She talked about her love for black men, and her black man. And she talked about how much she loved him and how much he helped her get herself straight, and how much, you know what I mean, like, you know, other people need to get themselves a black man and get in relationships. And she praised that man the whole interview. She praised her man. Like, I mean, it must have been like 10 times that she kept talking about him, talking about she wished that other black women can experience what she had. So I would give her those props that she definitely, you know what I mean?
And that's big from what y'all saying her background.
Why she said that last part. It's like, what she said. She said so many others subscribe to the Oprah Winfrey University of self-independent.
Yeah,
do it all.
Exactly.
And that was like
she said she did it first. It used to be her. Yeah.
I used to go to bed alone because
yeah.
That was a big message.
And she didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? And she said when she first got with him, she was out of line. She said she was a woman. She had a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, what a man gonna tell her? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, what you gonna tell me?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And she met that man, and he put her in her place. He said for a minute, it took her a minute, but she, you know what I mean? She submitted. You know what I mean? And you know, when I say submit, I'm just saying, you know, she submitted to the relationship. You know what I mean? You know, like
the concept and the idea.
Say it again.
When you say put her in that place,
Well, I mean, you know, I guess she was out. She admitted that she was out of line. You know what I mean? As a woman, that she was out of line, the way she was talking, the way that she was doing things. You know what I mean? And I guess it was like, look, I'm a good man. If you want to be with a good man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, you had to change some of these things. You know what I mean? Because I'm here for you. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean putting up. You know what I mean? Let her know, like, yo, if you want to be in this place as my queen, you know what I mean? Then hey, you know what I mean? I ain't saying put the hand down on her and all that kind of stuff, but it's like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you want to be my queen? You want to be?
You gotta have boundaries.
Do that.
You gotta have boundaries. You gotta have boundaries.
You can't talk to me like that. You know what I mean?
If you don't have boundaries, people gonna treat you however they choose.
Yeah, I just got an issue with like a man that you like saying, you know, put you in your place without putting it in proper context, because some guys got some bum ass leadership. They want to follow that for real. And I got an issue with that for real, big time. You know what I mean? But no, I'm happy to hear that you know, Monique is, you know, she represented the black man correctly. You know what I mean? You know, shine the light, shine the love his way, shine the light on a relationship. That's good, because Lord knows we need it, especially for the black narrative.
Yeah. I mean, definitely was a real good look.
Yeah,
from the stuff she was saying. What else you got to add on that, Kenny?
I just like the same thing you said. I love that part. I think Monique has good messages. One thing she said that like the black community had a problem with is that, and I think she was right on it, is like the people with a lot of money, we don't ever like to hold them accountable. And I think that's the truth. I think that's got a lot of truth to it in the black community. Like, the same thing been said about Oprah by a lot of different black people. And it's like we've never held her accountable because she's a billionaire. We just always praised her money. But this is now Monique and Taraji P. Henson saying the same thing about somebody. Eventually, she got to be held accountable in some way by the black community, if we can. I mean, yeah. Other than that, I like the interview. Honestly, I do think Monique can take a little bit more accountability. I didn't hear much accountability from her. It was just a lot. It definitely was a lot of what people did wrong to her, and it's got to be something that she did wrong along the line, and that she could take a little bit more accountability for. But all in all, I thought it was a very powerful interview.
I would like to see her mature more on her stage and for me, her comedy. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't listen to a Monique comedy stand up. It's filthy.
saw the Netflix show?
I started watching it and I cut it off. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I look at her like you call her mom, and she is got that motherly spirit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So when I hear her start to go into that rage and you know what I mean, that hard man energy start. I mean, you know what I mean, start to come out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? She started doing all that hardcore. I mean, I know a lot of people curse. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm like, come on, Mo. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at you bigger than this. You know what I'm saying? Because when you hear her talk and do interviews, to me, it's like you know what I mean? Like man, you know what I mean? Sometimes she makes some real good points, but then you know what I mean? So it's hard for me to like identify with her.
Being raunchy, like as a comedian.
I do.
So
I do with her because of the image now. You know what I mean? Like they calling her auntie, man. They call her. You know what I'm saying? Like you call somebody auntie, like you know. And I know it could be a raw auntie, but it's like
Yeah, she that auntie that live out Latrobe or something. They got frozen cups and whatnot in 2024. See that auntie. I also want to bring up one thing I don't think that's being touched on just yet, and that is the fact that look at what Shannon Sharp has done. I mean, when you follow his career, this is a man who they used to fire him and say he can't talk. You know that he's country, this, that, and the third. To these interviews he putting on, and he's putting on. He created a platform where people are going on there and breaking numbers where you know they're never gonna get an interview. They're never gonna be on The View. They're never gonna be on these mainstream places, and so he has this. It shows never give up on yourself, on your dream, and you know it doesn't matter what people say about you or how they feel about you. You know, keep pushing forward, like keep showing up. But what Jay-Z said in his speech, keep showing up, and I gotta congratulate him. I never thought he would take off to this level right here.
Let me say this real quick. Just pause for a second. You know what I mean? Do you remember real quick? Hang on. I want to show y'all something. In the barbershop, since we live in the barbershop, right? Y'all see his neck strip keep popping off, right? And the reason being because he keep moving his neck. And he talking and stuff, right? You know what I mean? He one of them hard clients. I just want y'all to know when y'all come in, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all sit still in the barbershop. You feel me?
He mad at my gym.
He mad at my gym. You know what I mean? So stay on his neck.
We mad with my gym.
Come on, some more. You can do my street. I'm sorry, sir. Back to the Monique.
I didn't know I was gonna be I'm on training video. Oh wow! It's been a stupendous day.
Not to do it.
Yeah. What? Exhibit A.
Exactly.
Exhibit A.
Don't be like Mike, kid.
And another thing.
Oh man.
Yeah, but the stand-up thing, man. I think you know, I really think she need to clean that up. That's just me. Now y'all might like it raunchy, like a raunchy like that. But I think she needs to clean that up with that whole image also. But she does represent well with her man. That's the strong point. The strong thing that I got out of that. Now she did get on Shannon about with the white girls. Now I don't know if y'all saw that part. You know what I mean?
She didn't get on. She said he need to marry a old black woman. He need to get himself an older black woman. I like that.
Shannon said he got black children. Everybody said that he only like white girls.
I mean, opposites attract.
She did say that she
Shannon black and he.
She did get on black women for mistreating Shannon. She said they had that in common. Like she know what it feel like to be rejected because of how you look. Because she got the same treatment being a big girl as a kid. No, the dudes didn't want to talk to her, and so she was like.
But then she went on to say she knows like about black men, real black men, like all shapes and sizes of black men. And even when she went from city to city, people were waiting for her and pouncing on her no matter what she looked like. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
she asked Shannon, did the girls make fun of him for being too black growing up? And he was like, yeah, and all that. So
of course, but everybody dark skin coming up got that. You know what I mean? Got that treatment. You know what I mean?
I ain't trying to hear
and even light skin even light skin people got that treatment.
That's what I'm about to say.
I got that too.
Light skin people and dark skin.
They call me white boy.
That's why it's best to be in the middle.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be too far on one side or the other side. You want to kind of be in the middle somewhere where you can blend in with all your people. You see your people everywhere you go. You don't want to be on too far on one side because light skin been cracking, man.
Hey, yo, Mike.
Light skin been cracking.
I mean, so like, is that the trophy though? Like, after you successful, you know what I mean? Get your white girl to officially made it. Is that what?
It seems that
it depends on who look at it like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's the stuff.
And you moved to Utah and you become a vegan.
Like
Move to Utah. Hell yeah, I'm in Utah, baby.
Nah, we know that ain't the case. We know that ain't. You know what I mean?
We know that is not the case. No, it seems to be the case though. Black men marry outside their race more than anybody.
Look at NFL draft day.
Well, not only
Look
that,
at NFL draft.
a lot of black women make it hard to love them. Let's admit that. Y'all don't want to bring that up. Yeah, that's a volume 2. We had to clear the room for that one.
The comments just asking.
Not the reviews.
Yeah, not the reviews.
Yeah, they do.
About the
They make
individual.
it tough. They make it tough. Y'all on TikTok and y'all saying, Charles, your lunch is ready to me, and I don't want nobody singing that song to me. Y'all being toxic, yes.
I feel you.
Yeah, you telling me, Charles, your lunch is ready. I don't want to eat that. Because you playing with me.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of games out there. And see, last time I checked.
Quantify that, yo. Why did your race?
Yeah. Yo, no, I'm going out there. I'm breaking the lid off this one.
Why they hard to love?
They give into the trends. They give into too many trends, and those trends are leaving them behind. Because I'm seeing a new trend where they get their boyfriend face tattooed on theirs. Because they seen one person do it. And you might not have the revenue stream that person has. You are making yourself unemployable. You're making it easier for a kiosk to replace you.
Okay.
Whoa.
Y'all didn't want to go there. Y'all didn't want to go there.
I wanted to say something.
We're going to talk about comedy.
Yeah, your client wanted to say something. You got that mic in your hand?
What demographics of women are you speaking
You got that mic in your hand?
to? What type of demographics of women are you referring to?
So typically, in general, I would say younger women. But unfortunately, you're running into a lot of the 40s, the new 20, and you got people in their second childhood. So, that it only gets wider. It doesn't get corrected. It only gets wide. So the ones that's watching Baddies East and keeping up with all the trends and on TikTok and you take them out to eat and they gotta take pictures of the food before they even eat it. If you're just gonna be on your phone, I could have been out by myself.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
This is no right or wrong. This is a subjective question.
Okay.
But what quantifies in your eyes as what qualities do you look for a woman to say she's good by your standards?
Okay, so the qualities that I look for, me personally, is someone who wants to be in a relationship, first and foremost. Someone who's already happy and can share their happiness with me because I'm happy also. Not someone who is looking for me to be what I'm running into, even at my age, is a lot of women who have an idea of what a man is, not based off of the men in their own family, but a fantasy of what you should behave and be like. And the issue I have with that is only a correct man could tell a man where he should be or shouldn't be. The same way it's not my place to tell a woman you're not this and that. A woman should tell you that because she's you and she knows what deficits you're expressing and you're not.
That's it? Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I guess he explained it well.
I'm pivot off what you're saying. So I would say anytime people are having issues with dating, for most of our people, we don't like to admit that most of us don't know how to date.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So what's that? So how do you
want? What's your question? Go ahead.
No, I'm asking you.
I wasn't done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to clean it up.
Okay.
And I'm speaking to our people in our communities. When you see, especially people dating outside their race, because I'm sure the number of single women, our sisters in this area, are probably 40 or 50 to 1. I'm being real general. And I've felt his experiences. As I understand where he's coming from in part, but do I agree? In part, no.
Okay.
The issue with our sisters, it's a pandemic. It's not just a pandemic on just health. It's a pandemic on male standards.
Yeah.
Male leadership.
Yes.
Males that lead by examples. There's too many people that we had in our lives that have told us the right thing, but how did that reflect in your life? There's no standards. And like your big mamas and all those people in our that grew up that we had to listen to are now in their 50s, and you got grandmothers in their 30s, 40s, and 30s and 40s right now.
Yeah.
And so what's happening in the dating pool, especially what I'm experiencing right now, is that you got a lot of women that are hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They've been kicked, beat emotionally, and have gone through a lot of things. And our women, especially our people, women hold a lot of things in. And until they find or come across somebody with strong enough shoulders to unpack that to them or feel safe enough or comfortable to reveal those things to, she's going to be constantly misperceived as as that woman. But she's really hurt and had nobody to care about her and support her enough so that she feels confidence in to help her unpack it and assist her with putting it in the proper place for her to be the better place. Most people date and marry out of convenience.
Fair enough.
Most people that go into a relationship, yes, we all are responsible for unpacking our own stuff before we sign on to a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times for guys, this is one of the things issue I have with guys dating, that a lot of times we look for what the woman is doing for us and the things that she does up front. We expecting her to do that over the whole duration to the same consistency for the whole duration of the relationship,
right,
which is impossible.
Yeah.
You got careers. Y'all gonna have children. She's gonna get older. She gonna slow down, and a lot of things.
Yeah.
But and one of the things is like I'm on both sides. A person can give you an outline of what they're looking for in a person, but what are you willing to give for that?
Fair enough.
Because a lot of times nothing comes with a whole package. Everything good comes with its bad mixed with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we don't know how to approach a situation and be honest with it.
I agree. When you're looking at that package, you should be looking at that package. I could be the missing piece to complete that. But are you saying a lot of women are hurt and things like that? My experience is it's not just guys that's hurting them. It's the way they choosing to live and the decisions. So one thing I can't do, I can't save you from yourself. I can't save you from yourself. That's a journey that you're going to have to take inward.
Right.
I can't put a cape on and come save the day. And, half of the time with modern women, you probably would irritate them even suggesting that. Which is why the problem I have with them saying, a man should pay this, a man should pay that. You too opinionated for a man to pay everything. And I respect that. You should have a voice. But I remember when my grandfather paid for everything, my grandmother didn't say anything. Matter of fact, when they went out to eat, he probably ordered for her because he knew what his check could afford since he was paying for everything. You don't look at certain parts of when you don't have a job. I was told when you don't have a job, you don't got taste buds. I was told when you won't put nothing to the menu, you don't got taste buds. When you ain't working, the thermostat, those numbers, they don't concern you. Only somebody with a job smart enough to figure that out. What temperature it is in here. And so you can't mix all this. You want me to have the values of your grandfather, but I'm getting talked to like your son. Like we all over the place. We all over the place with this. I can't wear all them hats, baby girl.
That's right.
I can't do that.
Nah. But I say this though, a lot of times the woman did handle the money though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I know she may not have brought the money, but she handled the money. When he came in, he gave the money. He gave the whole check.
Now your girl probably be like, "Oh, we not living over there. I don't like the school system. Oh no, that's not enough." Yeah. I'm just saying.
You might want to listen to your woman.
Yeah, no doubt on that. But I'm just saying, like, oh, that's not enough. Even if you're looking at a $300,000 house, that's not enough. So with this amount of input and this amount of advice that you have to be putting your money where your mouth is at certain points.
I agree. And even though that's a different era time, because you're talking about the era time that they grew up in, that was the blue collar industrial era. So you could raise a family off one check, one career, one retirement. You know what I'm saying, and move forward. In this era and time, that's not realistic. Between what's happening, just with technology and how this country is transformed, it takes two. It takes two with probably two jobs and two side hustles to make it work. And I feel like as men, there's more pressure than we put on ourselves for us to be great. I believe that there's a lot more opportunity. Just look at high school, for example. Out of half the seniors in high school that are men actually go to college, half of that half actually graduates from college. And I'm not even going to speak to the numbers that actually make it in a career or, what's going on. Outside of the ones that's military, outside of those that don't go higher education, the mass numbers of men that are incarcerated, that are heterosexual, women ain't got a large pool to really pick from. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying the most stable guys are probably in a relationship, either married or in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And a guy that's financially stable, that's a bachelor, he's like, well, what makes you any different than the rest of the women that I'm meeting throughout my journey?
Yeah, true.
It takes more than a BBL and some followers to impress me. You know what I'm saying? And so, this in their mind, these are these are the standards, the most substantial guys that that are let's say self-sufficient to whatever scale you want to qualify that. It makes it easier for us because we got options. A man can squander away his 20s, his 30s, his 40s, and figure out in his 40s into his 50s. He still has options. He can go down, up, or older. But as women, it's more difficult for them to, as they older, and I hate to say this, but other people have said this, their marketability goes down.
Yeah.
Biological clock. Right.
Basically, women and men see time way differently. Yeah. You involved with a woman for 10 years, you're not serious with marrying or being with her, having children with, you have devastated her.
Right.
You've devastated her.
Great point.
So I say to the guys that's not serious about dating the women that you're talking with, man, leave them alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been that guy where I knew I wasn't the guy for her, but I didn't want to see her happy without me.
Ooh.
Okay.
That was toxic as hell.
Okay.
Radioactive. I'm Pompeii. I was Pompeii toxic.
You said Pompeii toxic. Devastation.
You know what I'm saying?
You married, bro?
You married? No, I'm single.
Oh, okay, all
I'm
right.
single.
That was a beautiful message, though, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that was on point.
You know what I'm saying? And people not really.
If you ain't
dating the Murray, get out the way. Get out the way. Don't bring them home. Don't introduce them to your mother, your family, your boys. Don't.
Yeah.
And everything but that is being promoted. Ooh. I mean, some guys are okay being reduced to a D appointment, and when a chick got all that, she's not gonna be so, I guess quick. I guess a bigger issue could be men and women when they meet each other are not in their right minds, respectfully, each side, because you're trying to be something you have the possibility of being, but you're not completely that.
Great point.
The same way a woman can assess within 5-10 minutes of knowing that if she wants to sleep with you or not is the same way that we should be when it comes to actually dating somebody and figuring out, for me, if a man has to have a rotation of women, for me off the break, it's letting me know he doesn't have an idea of the type of woman that he's really interested in and pursuing. He's thinking more about quantity than quality.
Yeah. Yeah. And he don't know himself that well because how a man that knows himself don't know the woman he wants. Right?
Yeah, and each one of them women represent a different side of him. That man has not determined which side is in charge.
Oh,
those are too many hormones.
Yeah.
Because when you're sleeping with a person, you're sleeping with their problems too, bro.
Yeah.
This sounds like a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Which is why he's the ideal, because you think they want a man with money, but a dumb man with money. Not a smart man with money.
Not at all. And generally, they want ones that they can.
Yeah, kind of ball players. Like I'm seeing that they're saying one of these 20-something-year-old ball players getting 39 and 40-year-old NBA wives pregnant and all that. That's what they want. They want somebody that's naive or dumb with money, so they can figure out how to spend it.
They can figure out how to spend it.
And you ain't gonna like it.
Spend it for them. And it's crazy because less than 10% of men in the United States make six figures or more.
Yeah, that's what they all think.
And that includes judges, doctors, lawyers, athletes, all that's out here right now.
Right. That's why Kevin told them they was delusional. There's no way all of them can have that man. It's not enough men for all of them to have that man that is that well off. It's not enough men for everyone. So some of y'all that's looking for this six-figure man, y'all have to do it. Y'all gonna have to be with him.
And they willing to do whatever because.
But see, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, and see, when I asked, I was dating a lady, but she, I asked her what she was looking for in a guy, and she named 15, 20 different qualities. I said, you know what, the guy you're looking for may very well exist. I'm not that guy. I ain't there yet. I'm on my way. I'm working, but I'm not there. But I said, let me ask you one question. I said, the guy may exist, but why would he want you? What are you willing, and what are you bringing to the table, and what are you willing to sacrifice to have a person that got all of that going on and together? What do you want to bring to the table? Why? Oh, they got offended.
Yeah, she is.
So what's your idea of relationship? You know what I mean, in general, like who, you know what I mean, how's that relationship? No, you know what though? Relationship, because I'm dealing with the most thing.
It's a building block.
I mean, her talking about she was putting up place and she got this.
What's your question? Go ahead, your question.
What's your idea of how a relationship should run? I mean, like so far as the man's role, the woman's role, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel that
Yeah, no doubt.
I feel that no man should talk serious involvement in a relationship if he doesn't have a stable income and living situation.
Okay.
Because there's no stability that you can bring to a woman's life in the situation.
Said that.
Fair enough, yeah.
He said that.
Going from that, I believe it's about a man should have emotional clarity. Should be able to articulate himself in real time about what he's feeling, whether she agrees or doesn't agree with it or not. Too many of us in a relationship disagree with things, but don't tell our partner who we're dealing with in real time how we feel about it, because we're too scared of the reaction. But I feel that when two people come together, especially in college and all that, I feel that especially men dating women, you know what I'm saying, teenagers, I'm like, well, I look at it like this: if you don't have a stable living situation, how can y'all talk about moving together, living together, having a family? Because all that's going to do is fall back on y'all parents and y'all support system, which isn't fair. True. That's not realistic. True. You know what I'm saying? So until you show a resume of what you plan to do and where you see your life, if your living situation, there's no stability you can bring to her. That's putting it back on the grandparents. That's putting it back on Papa. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? At the second time, you got to be realistic, because women and men date completely different. Reason being, when a woman dates, she tells her homegirl she got a guy she interested. She gonna say, "Okay, girl, what do he do for a living? Okay, what do he do? What he got going on?" She looking at you on paper. When we talk about we dating, first thing we ask is what she look like.
Yeah.
We coming from a primitive, you know what I'm saying, state. We approaching it from two different perspectives.
And that's why we get manipulated.
The way visual creatures, we come at it from the visual aspect, and we don't even think beyond about how she look. They already thinking about the mental aspect, what he make. She already thinking what that can buy me, what kind of house you see is mental. We real physical. I mean, it's the carnal, it's the aggressive nature of man. Like, we are a physical species.
Facts.
We just physical.
If women value emotional and financial security, what do guys do?
I would say this, and this can't be missed, because we started with what is a relationship. A relationship is between two people. I can't tell you how many times I've dated or been with someone. If we have a situation or a disagreement, she got to run it past her mother. She got to run it past several girlfriends who are not in successful relationships themselves. So she's getting bitter chick advice. I'm not going to. So if we're going to be in a relationship, I can't relate to you and the 6 and 7 other women that's in your circle that you run certain things. That's just not gonna work.
You sleep with her, but you dating the whole network.
Relationship is gonna be between the people that's in that relationship first and foremost, and what they agree to, what their comfort level is. It doesn't matter what we want or what we expect, what our expectations are. As long as these two adults that are in this relationship and this is their comfort, that's what they're gonna do. Whether that's getting dressed, going to Comic-Con like they aliens or something, like whatever they do, that's they comfortable with, they do that. Once you start running it past this cousin, this niece, this aunt, your mom, who her marriage didn't work, so every time she give you some advice, it's gonna be some up the rough side of the mountain type stuff. Come on, baby. It's not gonna work. That's just not gonna work.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's a two-edged sword.
But I think that when two people,
It is. I'm thinking about it over here.
The reason why I said because it's like when we look at, I know it's not the norm, but it happens enough ways though it gets extra in people's minds a lot. If a woman's in an abusive relationship, then we look at it like, yo, you didn't say anything, you didn't tell anybody, you didn't see this coming, you didn't. Because all those things you just vetoed against. We ask those signals as questions when they're like legitimately the victims of something. Like, you ain't see this man talking to you like this. You ain't asked your people, was this the right thing for you? So we put that on hold just for the sake of the relationship. Well, that can be detrimental to them too.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So we don't look at it as that could be a survival mechanism for them. It's just a lot of times they just get that advice.
And a lot of times they go to that advice too often.
They do tap the well too much.
Yeah.
So that is true as well.
Yeah.
So we can't shut it 100%.
You're right.
But there's a balance to everything.
You shouldn't be on your phone if you married and you're a man's wife or something. You should not be going to your mother to validate something he say to you.
Everything. Even if you do, and there's certain things, of course, that's only human nature. I'm not trying to take you from your mother from you or X, Y, and Z. But every single thing, like you're my wife.
Your mother
if you're my wife, then I expect I want to hear where you come from. I need to know your feelings, not a reflection of the feelings that you listen to, the people you listen to.
Because wives definitely complain. I know a few wives.
and so you got,
And I hear them on the phone, and they just be talking about each other's relationship.
They complain about men that have too much of a relationship with their mama that they married to. Women doing the same thing on the other side, complaining about men that call their mama about it.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. Yes.
Yeah.
that's a control thing. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
So it's nothing wrong with coming for advice when you hit certain patches in certain gray areas, but that shouldn't be the basis of either side relationship.
Yes, sir.
Women are social network. Before social media, women were social network.
Yeah, definitely.
There's always a homegirl, there's always an aunt that they're gonna talk about their relationship and problems
They
too.
always been more social than us.
You know what I'm saying? We wasn't grow up taught to talk about what we going through in real time and issues and things that we had.
That's a no-no. That's a no-no.
Feelings.
When you want to sit down and talk about your feelings with your homeboys,
You and your feelings.
get on this video game. Yeah, you on live?
But here's where they excel and we don't. And because of that, by us not being emotionally in tune with ourselves and being able to vocalize it, we're not always able to catch things in real time, being able to express yourself and it being respected. So like you're saying, a lot of women are dating, and just like in the bank, if you keep taking, you take too much money out of your account, when it hits zero, it becomes overdrafted.
Yeah, fair enough.
You have a lot of women that are emotionally overdrafted and aren't even aware of it, but still dating and still jumping in relationships and not really on both sides. And people are overdrafted and not working on them. So when you come and meet somebody who's supportive of all those things, that's when all the craziness jumps out.
Yeah, sometimes jumping right into something else is a way to avoid the overdraft. Yeah, you escaping that. Yeah.
You're still rebounding from those 4 relationships ago where
you don't know if you're coming or going.
You know what I'm saying? And so when they actually step into a healthier situation, it seems foreign to them. But anything that you don't understand, you're gonna naturally try to control it. What people don't understand, how they operate out of fear. What you understand out of fear, you're gonna try to control it. That's, you know what I'm saying, generally. Because when you stepping into growing as a person, you're gonna see things and experience things that would seem foreign and uncommon. You may have a guy holds a door. One that's sitting here on raises for you.
Fair enough.
He don't call you out your name.
Yeah.
they don't have a spectrum to operate off of. They may have been dealing with too much of a particular guy. You know what I'm saying? So when a guy that knows how to articulate himself come along, it seems like the roles is being reversed.
But you feel like a relationship
Yeah, you
expert,
do.
man.
Yeah, I like that.
He sounds like an expert.
He said he ain't been married before. I'm sitting there like, well,
So what
happened?
do you say, brother?
So what happened, bro? Like, how old are you?
I'm 37.
Damn.
Me.
Yeah,
Give
okay.
me a diagnosis.
So
What's wrong with the black man?
Hold on, wait, do that, Kenny.
Today?
I want to know why he ain't married at this point right now. At 37,
You on a hot seat,
and he's a relationship specialist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me personally, I used to put my emotions before my logic. I'm at the point in my life where, for me to unconditionally love a person, I don't have one foot in, one foot out. And when I emotionally reach that checkpoint, I want to make sure that I'm secure within myself. That's the woman for me, and it's nothing without a shadow of contradiction. Anything else that can come down the line or after the fact would change anything. For me, I'm pacing myself. I'm not caught up in the infatuation phase of relationships. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we can get caught up in the newness of it, in the familiarity. For me, I focus more on the experiences that we can share together. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a relationship is going to hit that crossroad and that checkpoint. But too many people try to control the narrative.
Yeah.
You know, too many women that may not have children and wait till their 30s to start dating, they're against the clock, and now so they putting the full court press on. Oh, I need to find a mate so I can have a baby now.
Hey, bro, you got kids, bro?
I got one.
All right.
It's challenging, but it's challenging. Dating is challenging.
So you've been making a lot of adjustments from who you was, and then now you at a certain
Worlds apart.
Probably at the point where you ready to more so settle down than you was when you was younger.
Absolutely. I squandered my 20s away.
Okay. I mean, well, a lot of people do.
Yeah. But I'm
what happens with the 20s?
absolutely. I squandered mine.
Not with everybody, but you know, enough do.
Yeah, I made a mess of mine.
Some people done squander their damn 30s. Why you bullspit? Why you bullspit?
That's why they say it's time to get saved and give my life to the Lord.
Give me a diagnosis on what's the problem. Why can't black men and women get married at a higher rate?
Oh, we all just can't get it.
Yeah.
I think that it's a combination of things. I think men are growing up, you know, even as kids.
I agree.
Girls are taught playing with dolls, houses, toys, and the things that they're playing with is geared towards family.
Mm-hmm.
They're taught a lot of life skills early on that we playing with cap guns, video games, and nothing that has nothing to do with our development. So by the time that same male and female that could have grew up in the same house, but playing with two different structures, by the time she's 12, her concept of towards family and relationship is a lot further advanced than your average male 12-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So it's like us as men, we gotta drag the good ones through all the bull, then deal with the bad ones that's not compatible with us to appreciate both sides and say, you know what? I realized I messed that
A
money
lot
up.
of them coming up with bad teachers too, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, they coming up with teachers from these.
It's an accountability thing.
These rappers, and then you know,
It's accountability.
From their moms, you know what I mean?
It's accountability thing. You got a lot of parents that's raising their kids, but they're enabling them.
Yeah.
So they're raising them. They're raising them in a way where the parents are the only ones that benefit, but it cripples them when it comes to a relationship setting.
All right.
Mommy and daddy ain't done with them. They wasn't done. They didn't finish their job.
Right.
It ain't strange that you find yourself back at home outside of a job loss, a natural disaster, or something cataclysmic.
Yeah.
But if
So now I feel like your relationship with your emotions and your money is more important than you establishing an actual relationship. Like you gotta have a healthy relationship with your finances. You gotta live on a budget. It's a lot of people who are living check to check and they want to present a certain image, and they invest more into that image than actually improving themselves.
But this is why, and
So
a lot
your
of
relationship with your emotions and your money is gonna matter more. It's gonna actually kind of dictate who you get into a relationship with.
Your tax bracket off the break generally puts you in certain categories when dealing with you.
Yeah,
it's more pressure on us than it is for them.
It's expected. It's expected.
But when you working to get your money together, you go through stuff. So you got a chip on your shoulder when you finally get right. You know what I'm saying?
Because you like,
and you start being abusive to women, or you turn on a certain way, or you feel like I'm the prize, so I'm gonna carry it like this. Then women get dulled in the process. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't, but some brothers just feel like shit. I'm that nigga, so I ain't selling that one none.
And that's the ideal. The sad thing for women is that that's the guy who got 6 and 7 kids.
Yeah.
While the guy who got no kids is teaching them in the yard how to change brakes.
Yeah.
And but the guy who is a loser keeps, for whatever reason, always got a baby on the way.
So let's talk. Let's step in on that.
Probably looking for him
right now. So let's be clear. Let's just be clear. So growing up, you got some good women that like good guys, but you got some good women that like bad boys.
Yeah, they love it.
All of them like
So let me tell you what happens.
Them hot boys.
Them hot boys. So let me tell you what happens. Those good girls that like them bad boys realize after the fact they ain't the only ones that he dealing with.
Yeah.
But more often than not, you ain't the only one that he dealing with.
Right. Yeah.
After a certain time, once that good girl realizes that those bad boys don't want her, she ends up settling for the same type of guys that you're talking about. Those guys
in her mind. And that's why he doesn't get her whole femininity. He doesn't get that, because at this point you gotta have Diddy money to get the same type of support that Young Miami give him. As much tarnish that's on his name, she will not leave him. Like lobster can't be that expensive. So I gotta be a multi-millionaire to get that level of support.
So your average everyday guy.
She take on a lot of psychological damage dealing with them quote unquote hot boys.
Yep.
So by the time she's ready, in her mind ready for the good guy, she really not.
You're talking, that's the emotional drag.
She hadn't addressed all of that trauma from those other guys that wasn't working that.
She bringing it right to
and
you.
now the good guy.
It's on your doorstep.
It's on your doorstep.
With
You getting all that disrespect.
You
getting all, and then make the good guys feel like they doing it for nothing.
Right. So then he become a bad guy.
So he becomes a bad guy. Because that's what happens. That's what happens when you share too much. When you share your feelings too much, you saw. Come on, baby, God.
Like that. You say because they can come back to you.
Right. I agree with him in part. I feel that a lot of people don't know how to communicate enough to the point to allow the relationship to continue to move forward.
Right.
Some people undershare, some people overshare, which take away a person's power or choice to choose how they want to move forward in the relationship. You have to meet a person where they at. And a lot of times we don't know how to meet a person where they are. Enough to allow them to make their own choice to go forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to say too much and you wasn't really interested in me per se.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times a person may not see you as a whole. They may only see you as a piece that's beneficial to their life that they're lacking or missing.
Yep.
And a lot of times we don't know how to assess, as guys, as men, we don't know how to make the distinguish between somebody that supports us for who we are versus supporting us for what we have and what we can bring to their life.
That's because we don't. That's because we don't show that.
Especially if she attractive, it's a subtle difference.
He don't even care if she's attractive.
The women that we're more attracted to, the women that we are more attracted to, we accept more problems from them.
Yeah.
The uglier the problems that we accept from them.
Yeah.
You tell the truth. You ain't lying. The prettier she is, the more bullshit.
We are acceptable.
That's why a lot of 5s and 6s probably getting took off the shelf right now.
So as guys,
and 6s, he said.
Oh yeah.
a woman will compromise that. She'll say, "Well, look, okay, he ain't 6'6", an NBA player, got this going on."
Money. So we gonna equate whatever deficit he got. If he got money, we gonna overlook that.
It's like Clue.
We'll be able to figure that out.
This process elimination, she starts eliminating it within her reality of the guys. Because a lot of women they may see themselves greater than what they are. We both parts.
Yeah. Both,
you know what I'm saying? We may think. You know what I'm saying? So when a woman is assessing your situation, she like, okay, he got this amount of kids. She's adding your money up faster than you can. She balancing your books before you even did.
Let's do this. I know relationship conversations gonna
All right,
always be in the barbershop.
All right, good.
Always.
Good.
Let's move real quick to do for self. You know what I mean? And I added that in there. Even when I put the flyer, I put the Honorable Elijah Muhammad on the flyer because you know, some people were tired of just always, trying to be included and stuff. You know, they wouldn't let us be included and stuff through the years. So we're like, man, we don't need them. We're gonna do this thing on our own. We're gonna do this thing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have even come out there enslaving the black people, them coming together and getting these societies where they would come together and pool their money together and create businesses all throughout the country. You know what I'm saying? We did that from the Black Wall Street, you know what I mean, to Pennsylvania Avenue, Baltimore, the Black Towson, all over, we would actually do these things. You know what I'm saying? So do for self. You know what I mean? So we was talking earlier today, and even talking about the Jay-Z thing, you know what I mean, about us having our own Grammy doing for self. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about Snoop and Master P. Snoop and Master P. And Snoop and Master P, they got some cereal out, and they're actually getting ready to sue Walmart because they haven't been putting their cereal on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? So, and we had a conversation about that, an interesting conversation about that earlier. So, Kenny, you want to state what your position was in the whole thing?
Yeah, that basically this is going to keep happening when you go to your enemies to try to get help from them. Basically, Walmart is basically sending a message that they don't want to support black people. And they didn't put the product out. And until we get our own grocery stores, when we try to sell products in these stores, this discrimination will continue to happen.
But it's a lot of people that's doing well with having their products in Walmart and some of these stores. You know what I mean? And stuff like that.
They just sold. They was in Walmart and Target. Just sold it for $380 million. Woo! But I still see Patty Pie.
Patty Pie still in there.
Patty Pie.
So nobody put them damn Snoop Loops.
Snoop Loops.
Snoop Loops tastes the same as Fruit Loops, man. Come on, man, don't do that. I don't even know who that.
I ain't had none, yo.
But let's be clear.
I'll be the first to admit I haven't bought it.
They keep them in the back by the donut.
I just got one question, y'all. Where they sell the rap snacks at?
Only place I see rap snacks at is like in liquor
It's
stores.
like the man selling the shoes, man.
That's having a lot.
Who was the Manyatis Master P came out with them shoes?
Oh yeah,
Them ugly ass cheetah print shoes, man. So we gotta stop putting trash out there and say support your mic on. Be competitive, man. Because we need this on a good product on the market. Stop putting out trash, man.
No
black on, man. We gotta cut that off.
Snoop Loops though, you know what I'm saying? They got all kinds of off-brand cereals that's out there. And that's imitating.
How many of y'all grew up on generic cereal? How many of y'all ate the off-brand cereal growing up?
How much are the other ones? The Snoop Loops high. They won't put trash out there and expect you to pay more than the other trash. Just like the Master P shoes, the Manyatis, people charge like $300.
I want to talk about these shoes. My shoes ugly.
We talk about black people putting out trash products, putting a premium on it, and then expect black people to support it. Like it's the good shit. No,
because of race.
You gotta compete. That's
Did somebody say the Snoop Loops was nasty? Did somebody say
they
that?
look nasty? That high ass animal on that double box, man. Come on.
They're like a sick polar bear. They're like a sick polar bear with rabies on it. Like a retarded polar bear.
This is wild. My children, the polar bear.
We gonna scramble these eggs and sandwich, man.
That's a Snoop Loop.
I don't even know what type of bear that is,
Nice
yo.
little box right there, man.
Knock it off, man.
Come on, man.
See?
Go to the nutritional report.
Snoop Loops.
Yo, they got, man.
Now, hold on. Now, he said he did the thing that we was talking about earlier. Go to the nutritional report on that. Now, y'all ain't never
Those rap snacks are trash.
Y'all ain't never
Same thing with
Same thing with Oodles and Oodles, though. And cup of noodles.
And cup of noodles was worse than us.
Who grew up on them?
They have
That's the big shit worse than the way he trying to kill black people.
Oh, damn.
He tried diabetes and down.
Damn. This them noodles he got,
Man, I'm saying they got the same.
They worse than the other two.
They got the same as the other.
No, they
so they got more sodium in it.
Yeah.
They
Same a lot. That's how you know. Over there in States, but they got the same one. Where only the Mexicans and black people. We gotta stop female trash now people.
Hold on. But when people do come with these vegan shops and all this other stuff, you know what I mean, and healthy spots, then black people don't support them. So we like that. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, damn, I gotta figure out what to do because I gotta at least try to give them something that they want. You know what I mean? So they can support.
They ain't want
But black people always try to go with these excuses why not to support. You know, look.
Now you think they wouldn't bring them out with selling?
Oh, exactly. It was actually out there and then no one brought shit.
That's why they
ever asked that question. Is it selling?
I got a question.
I mean, that's a good question.
If he went on,
they lose money.
if they went, if he went on Shark Tank, what do you think the Sharks would say to him?
Money on
They probably laugh at him.
Snoop Dogg. Talk about, man.
It could have been little marijuana lips.
So you
Yeah, you might be on to something. If you put some marijuana leaf marshmallows in there or something,
We don't need
and
that.
step it up.
So evil,
But it's Snoop loop. It's Snoop loop stuff. So we gotta stay true to form to a degree.
That's his
If
brand.
Cheech and Chong got some cereal, I expected to have some Cheech and Chong stuff in there or associated with it. Or after I Cheech and Chong, I want this. Like this, it goes with
He said that's the first edible
Yes.
cereal.
Somebody sees some Snoop Dogg, they might think
They want something, yes. It should be little joints. It should be joint marshmallows in it. So it's Snoop. If you see this, if you lucky enough to see this, put some joint
Let me ask you a
marshmallows
question.
in there.
So if the Snoop Loose was edible,
Yeah.
edibles in there.
No, it's not.
I mean,
It don't go with who they are. Even Master P, that don't go with who they are.
You're right. I mean, that would fit
You
the
got, like, Evander Holyfield, they had him selling like water hoses and like barbecue sauce and stuff like that. Like something that don't go with his brand.
He
as an
didn't sound
athlete.
like
If he
Eminem or
just
something.
sold protein powder or creatine or something like that.
You know that right there.
So we gotta understand what our brand is.
Yeah.
Just because you got a big name don't mean you can just put any product behind it. Look what happened when he said he was gonna stop smoking and they start selling them smokers. That's flop.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but what about George Foreman and those grills, bro?
Yeah.
George Foreman grill. But he
It was
But he was an eating nigga.
Yeah. He wanted brain. He wanted
with
brain.
his brain. Like, you wasn't expecting that. He was an eating nigga. That's why. So we can believe that you used this, George.
You need one of these. You need an emergency burger.
You need an emergency burger.
You need an emergency burger. Nigga.
You know, the grease and stuff that wasn't,
Yeah.
So and they held up pretty good. It wasn't like they charged an arm and a leg.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Foreman Grills, okay, got a lot of dudes out do some stuff. Yeah. Do some stuff. Yeah. Foreman Grills came. You can make eggs on there. You can't make no eggs on there.
It's a grill. I wouldn't thought it was rain on. I thought it would have rained on. Just heat it up. That's why I got the top and the bottom. Hell, heat it up. They spatula it out.
I'm not gonna egg on no fork.
What you want? I'm hungry. So the boy,
I gotta get out of here.
the Walmart thing in the door for self.
Oh, because we were talking about that they should have had some black stores, black stores to put his cereal and stuff in. You know what I mean? I had we were just talking about how we really don't have a lot of markets right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we had some here, Save and then we had on Broadway and
Beverly. Yeah, Super Pride.
Apples and Orange. Apples and Orange. Actually, they was my neighbors. I lived next door to them.
Yeah, people on March Fruit.
That's a dialysis spot because people drink too much now.
Yeah.
That's a percentage.
Yeah.
And
Apples and oranges. Apple Ciroc. Orange Ciroc.
So we saying we need segregated stores?
No, just saying. Talking about that
Mike, what? That would be good, right?
You know, sometimes I worry about getting shot.
And I'm gonna piggyback off what you're saying right now. I was like I do Uber a lot of times, right? And I picked up this Asian couple from in this area. They drove all the way out to Route 40 when that and I asked them because I knew why they was going, but I wanted to see if they would come out and say it. I said, "Hey, you driving off past a few grocery stores?" It was like, "Well, you know, they got Asian food, like real Asian food. That's why we like to go there." I said, "You mean tell me you can't Amazon that kind of stuff or whatever?" Like, you know, I was picking them. I was probing for it. So then it was like they never said, because I'm not gonna support nobody else. But I can the man aptitude was like, he wanted to say it, you could tell he was about to say that, but he chose not to say it. Now that's alone. But that shows you they would drive a half hour, pay for Uber ride during prime time surge hours to go to that market just because they want to support their own.
Yeah.
We be damned if we do that.
Yeah.
That's a
good point.
I was coming here every weekend driving past Hello Barbershop.
That's a
Respect.
Because I know, I appreciate the atmosphere, and I know what my money supported.
Right.
So I'll say this: we got them sweet loops.
You a petty nigga, boy.
It's a bar, you got yeah.
Put them downstairs with the rack. But when it comes to beauty, though, black people will stay loyal to a degree.
Yeah.
They will drive. Women
They
go
will.
to Atlanta to get their hair done.
Yeah,
They come back.
That's true with beauty.
So,
Yeah.
we just had that one-sided mind when it just comes to beauty type products. We can't get it world like for just period, just for everything that we do. Other cultures do.
Yeah.
But not us.
Right.
That's true.
And I'm saying,
true.
but it's also a good product too, though.
I seen that too, Mike.
What?
I seen that too, Mike.
You got the pocketbook, okay?
Guys getting
You
their
got the
lashes
pocketbook
done.
already. You can't get your nails done.
What a Mike at, Mike?
Right.
You can't get your nails done. I'm sorry. Y'all got permission to do that.
Y'all don't got permission.
So down again.
Yeah, y'all got to stop doing that. Y'all can't be serving out the pocketbook. Okay.
Now we
You mix it too much stuff together.
If we gonna do all this do for self, that's gonna lead to more segregation.
But that's fine. Because only the strong survive. Only the strong survive, so that's fine.
Yeah, technically.
Y'all ready to
That's fine.
It's just unofficial segregation.
But that's what I see a lot in the
It's called
cars.
gentrification.
Even with people like that post about Snoop and Master P, people were saying in the comments, we need black businesses, and somebody was in the comments like, so basically y'all saying we need segregation again. And I was like, yeah.
Kinda. Because think about it.
We need good businesses that's black.
It's not
Yes,
segregation.
we can't keep pushing trash.
We need good businesses, but
It need to be
we need
competitive.
good supporters too. Like we
need
need
support.
We need having some good businesses, but people don't be supporting them a lot of times. You know what I mean?
He's saying segregation, bro, because it does sound like you asking for that. You asking for a store that only for black people to go.
No, that anybody can come to our store.
Anybody can come.
So let
We
me-
just saying that first and foremost, we gotta make sure that we look out for each other. You know what I mean? That we drive that
First and foremost.
So you
You
got
know what I'm saying?
Zootown,
We also got
you got Riverside,
Little Italy.
you got Little Italy,
Little Italy.
you got all these other nationality
We
groups.
don't want
They
to
all
problem.
stores.
It's illegal if we do that.
It's the only
Why does it got to be a
problem
label? Why does it have to be a label put on us support each other when they already doing it?
Because they acknowledge the strength in us.
Oh, you got
I'm gonna tell you why that label is. They realize that the same thing that Jordan does with a basketball, the same thing that Tiger Woods does with a golf ball, that we can do with knowledge, with information, with intelligence. With
community.
Yes, when you show a certain level of ability, people who don't have those abilities are uncomfortable. Like look at the NFL. You have a soon-to-be two-time MVP in Lamar Jackson. He's gonna sit and watch potentially an average white guy, Brock Purdy, get a Super Bowl ring before he does, because that system, the way they do the calls, the whatever's in place, is going to benefit a person who goes along with the system that we got in place. You don't have an agent. It's a lot of things that you do that we don't like. So you can't also be a hero. We're gonna fatten you up every year so one of our favorites could slaughter you, and we're gonna pay you to play that role.
It's their stuff.
That's why we got to do the same. You know what I mean? That's why we got to start focusing on what we need to do. And I mean, but at the same time, I'm not saying that we're not gonna take their money. We're not saying that we ain't gonna take their money. I appreciate you, man. We're not saying that we're not gonna take their money or even produce things and put it in their store. You know what I mean? Because business is business at the end of the day. We just saying that we have loyalties to ourselves first to make sure that we gonna support the things that we need to support. Like if we do, how you doing? Like if we do open up a market, you know what I'm saying? That we make intention that we're gonna keep that market open. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody can come,
But you can't
white,
have,
black, Korean, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
have beat up ass oranges and shit, man.
Exactly. But I know you got good price. I'm gonna say this though. I see a lot of Hispanic stores. I see a lot of Hispanic stores that be having old oranges and old celery.
And they still go in there.
Their meats don't be that fresh either.
And they still go in there.
Hispanic spots, you know what I'm saying?
They still support
They still support. They be in there hand over fist supporting them places.
I don't know one Latino grocery store that's open in this area. The Latinos ain't coming to support.
And they joints ain't that fresh. I was like, man, I ain't buying no more smoked meat from this joint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The black businesses died with integration, man. It died. It never came back at the integration. Once we integrated, we started going to white people's stores.
They did.
We stopped going to black businesses.
They had a great seafood market. They had, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we stopped going to black businesses once we get integrated.
Right.
That's literally like when you look up Black Wall Street on Wikipedia, it literally it lists one of the falls of the Black Wall Street, desegregation. It's like 4 things listed: urban planning, something else, and the last one is desegregation. Anti-air defense. That's fucked up, yo. Those people ain't had no jets, yo. Come on, yo. That's messed up, yo. Yo, them black people was winning with a battle,
black
yo.
people was fighting.
They was winning the battle with the guns, yo.
Asses off, man.
Till the white man brought his big toys out.
Yeah. Y'all want to win? Okay.
Oh, y'all winning with the battle? Y'all think y'all got this going? Oh, okay, all right.
Y'all know the Gap Band was named.
Yeah.
It's named after they sung that. They were named after the 3 streets that East 3 streets.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that song, you got the
Mama, they was talking about rapping, yeah. That's your Rosewood.
But they rebuilt it. And
They did rebuild it.
The second time that they attacked it, they didn't rebuild it again because desegregation. It was like, all right, well, we just gonna start going to these stores.
They built the highway.
That's the urban planning part. The urban planning part was the highway, and then also, but they before the second destruction, they couldn't go to white businesses like that. After the second destruction, that was when desegregation was starting to begin, and they just said, "F it, we got to go." This coast over here. Oh, no, it's not. Get out of here.
Got sprinkles on it.
No, the white man ice got sprinkles.
I swear, open it up, it was sparkling.
Oh, no, don't do us like that. Don't do us like that, BA. Oh, it is cold over here after all. They always said the white man ice was colder. Ice freezes at the same temperature, yo, all around, yo. Ain't nobody ice colder, yo. Got like cubes. No, we're not hearing that. No, we're not hearing that. No. Ice freezes at the same point. All over the ice chips. They got ice chips, though. And y'all niggas get on my nerves, yo. You niggas, yo, they got ice chips, though. They got ice chips. See, that's exactly why somebody wouldn't go to a black business, because niggas ain't got, y'all got that block ice. Wait, man, over here in Royal Falls, they got ice chips.
Nice, you get you some ice chips.
Or you can just say fuck ice chips and support a black man.
So basically, what I got, instead of
Nigga, you need ice.
See, that's what business.
That's all you need.
That's real.
And I got what you
What
need.
you want? All right, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna make sure I got it in here for you.
Oh yeah.
Black is, because we got these Snoop Boots and they higher than the rest of the
Hell, why you do us like that?
I will say this, that I am with Snoop Dogg. You know, I'm disappointed with him because he just, to me, he just won't grow up. His promotion of, marijuana, you know what I'm saying, and everything he do, every podcast he get on, he gotta be smoking and hot. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you like 50-something years old, man. You don't smoke, man. Get that joint behind the scenes or whatever. Like, you on everything you do, you smoking, you doing.
Well, at least he publicly announced he quit. That can influence.
He ain't quit.
No, he was lying.
He was playing, bro.
Yeah,
he was playing.
That's what I'm saying. Why are we expecting consciousness from these guys, man?
Yeah, you know
Yo,
what?
they juggernauts, yo.
They got a juggernaut.
They juggernauts to the black community.
And now they crying because they can't sell their Snoop Boots some more.
Like Monique said, we don't do a good job as black people holding our juggernauts accountable. We don't.
They ain't juggernauts. That's what we need to start
Those
saying.
just the ones you see.
Man, we don't even own the publishing of all of them records we put out over the years.
All right.
Moving forward, because I got great shutdown. I got great shutdown this live.
Some high price ugly ass shoes, man.
The last
stop putting these dudes on pedestals, man.
Yo, let Jabari go. Yo, you
No,
He going off.
Get it all out. Get it all out.
Products, man. These some good products that black people will support, yo.
Get it all out, man.
You sell a leopard print shoes for $300. You call them money yachties, man.
Nobody want no leopard print shoes.
Man. You see, he sell them,
I
man.
remember them shoes.
So he keep going from thing to thing to thing. You know what I'm saying?
As you should, as a businessman, you should.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
Yeah,
people
keep
when
it
you call it up and get good at
Man, or hire somebody to develop it.
it? They lazy.
And they go on to the next.
They being lazy.
Ain't got no confidence.
They being lazy. They
We
lazy
had to
hustle.
come back and revisit this. I want to get this in because I kept putting it on and then I ain't say nothing about it. But last but not least, I mean, we'll stay too much time on this. This is always controversial. Always controversial.
Say no to stupid.
This nigga got a campaign. You can't say no. Steve Lee.
Now, we talk about hip hop, and you know what I'm saying. We always had this conversation here in the shop, and we talk about. Say it again.
That's funny. You bring up.
You about to bring up Kenny
Eminem.
Oh yeah. So we always had this conversation about my top 50 rappers of all time. So I said, you know what I mean, like my top 50 is, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna name them all, but Eminem is number 50 on my top 50. You know what I mean? And every time I say it, everybody get all swelled up, everybody get all mad, this, that, and the other. He's number 50 on my top 50 of all time. Now, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people. Now people turn around, looking at that, turn camera around. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? What they saying, you know what I mean? You know, because I always get the reaction of this. He is number 50 on my top 50 of my rap all-time greats. I think that, you know, he is basic. He's okay. He's good for a white guy. He's good for a white guy. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of black people, you know what I mean, men and women that I put over top of Eminem. But he's on my top 50. And y'all should be happy about that he even made my list. You know what I mean? In general. So
You're basically asking to the audience because we already been over this.
No. I mean, it don't. Yeah, we revisit. No. Go ahead.
He's saying.
Hold on. Can you give him a microphone? He doing head. Let me see.
You saying for a white guy, isn't that like an underhanded compliment or something?
Yeah.
Isn't that's a backhanded compliment? Saying for a white guy?
I mean,
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's doing it to disrespect.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you got anybody else?
It's pretty bad.
I mean, plus Eminem, he ain't really bringing the heat nowadays neither. So exactly what are we talking about? You know what I mean? What are we talking about?
Where would you have?
I mean, he's in the 50. You know what I'm saying? But to lead with that, I wouldn't lead. I mean, he'd probably be like the 10th or 15th person I reference. But I mean, you know,
you got him on your top 15.
I mean,
so sir, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this just real quick, so I can get a picture of where you at. Let me see who you got on your list.
This is going left.
Your top 5. Let me see, because I can determine where you at.
Who's the best MCs? Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
That's that's your.
All right, well, at least Jay-Z and Nas. Yeah, at least Jay and Nas.
No Biggie.
I mean, I think if Biggie had some more longevity, you know what I mean, due to his unfortunate circumstance, I think he would have had a lot more space to, you know, make his presence felt in the hip hop world. But definitely Nas, man, just Nas is like, bro, like he 40 something and he's still putting out material that I play to this day.
I can bang
you know what I mean? Like just to have a series of Magic and a series of King Disease, man, was very impressive, man.
I can bang with you with that. I mean, I'm with you.
My man.
All right, so you got you three, bro. Who like your top five? So I can see who I'm talking. See who I'm talking. I don't know.
Oh man, I would probably have to put LL in there.
Oh, you got LL. Okay.
Definitely. I would definitely go with The Firm. That's one of my favorites. The Firm is one of my favorite rap groups. The Firm. AZ.
Okay.
Fozzie Brown.
You count them as a group.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Individuals.
Individuals. Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I'm gonna have to go with a fourth spot. All the partners that came before them: Big Daddy, KRS.
Okay. All right.
Can't have everybody.
Okay. All right.
You know, like 25.
He about to name, It was still going.
Because you got it's a difference between hip hop and rap, man. So when you talking hip hop, you talking old school.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: where you put Eminem at on your top?
I'm gonna say he's nice, but I think it would be offensive to the culture to put him up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm no discredit to him. I think he's very talented. A lot of, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing he really talked about was his children's mother, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
As far as like catalog and content.
We won't have him higher than
When you look at concept, but what he was able to do as far as his metaphors and his way to put it together, very crafty, very intelligent, but he really didn't give you a catalog or a versatility. But a lot of dudes probably still wouldn't go at him. But he's definitely very talented. But I just put, it started in New York, man. From the West Coast of New York, and I got to give credit more to those dudes that, your Scarface and people that's, paved the way for. So, but big ups to him. He's definitely.
Did say like a number though, like where?
I would put him. He's definitely. I would put him in that somewhere around there. I would still keep him in that same spot, probably around 50. He's nice. I would say he's 50. Definitely top 100 all time. All time dead or alive. Yeah.
Okay,
he's top 100 dead or alive.
Got you.
I would say rappers probably that's alive right now. He's probably in that same 50. Right?
Okay.
Not including rappers that's passed. He would be top 100. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fam. All right, appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir. All right.
Absolutely.
All right, appreciate you. Contribution.
So,
hey, BA, where you got Eminem at on your list, man?
Top 20.
Top 20?
Yeah.
What's your top 5 look like? I mean, what it?
Most people gonna have similar top 5, man. Jay, Pop, Big.
Get Big up out of that 5.
Hey, nigga told me I
Drop 2 albums.
What, 3, 4? Me personally, I'm definitely a fan of 50, so I like to have him up there. That's a personal thing. But
50 in your top 5?
In mine, personally,
Damn.
yes.
Wow.
Because I go back to mixtape 50, and he was a monster.
Definitely was.
But I was one of the ones that had Eminem like very high, especially during my MTV middle school days.
Yeah, you look like you watched TRL.
Hey, yo, shut up. I was a big TRL fan. But when you start to come into your own consciousness and realize that he was definitely talking shit about black women, and he apologized, but I can't let that slide. So my fan affair for him definitely died down.
And he had a fan.
Affair. He used the word affair.
Pause.
Whoa, yeah.
That's crazy. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
It was
Crazy. Yeah.
I put a fan with the nasty word right there. Yo, that was dirty.
Right.
White folks. With them white folks. That was the right try. That was a good try. Hey, yo. Y'all can do better.
it's hot.
Y'all can do better.
Yeah.
But no, it's down there. But his skills are still there. Like, I'm not gonna knock that. I'm not gonna say that he can definitely out-rap a lot of, especially rappers today.
Absolutely.
You know, besides the Kendricks and a lot of them, like he definitely can out-rap almost anybody else out there today. So that's within the last 20 years, he can definitely out-rap most dudes. So that right there, you can't be 50 if you can out-rap most dudes. That's all I'm saying.
I thought I was there honorable by, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? People gave me a
Hey, how you doing? No, you good. You good.
You trying to be respectful, that's all. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, Flo. Yeah, he was like, no, I ain't gonna, you know what I mean?
That was the ultimate respect. Yo was
Yeah,
on
man.
call.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, hey, where we at, Kenny? Now,
I already told you he's not in my top 5 no more, man. He's not in my top 5.
you told me, but this is, you know what I mean?
I have him about, he definitely 8, 9, or 10.
Oh, that's
something.
that's high, bro.
8,
God
9,
damn,
10.
bro.
8, 9, or 10. Yeah, 8, 9, or 10.
Burn his tape.
Yeah.
Like I always say, he can never be number one because he white. Just quite frankly. And somebody that's number one needs to be somebody that transcended the game. You see what I'm saying? Like it needs number one, and then the top. I think the top 3 should be reserved for people who change the game. Eminem ain't changed nothing about the game. Eminem just impressed us with his wordplay, but he didn't bring no rap style that anybody emulate. Like Rakim brought a rap style that everybody emulated after he rapped it. You see what I'm saying?
Nobody was trying to be like him.
Nobody was trying to be like Eminem, so he can't be.
Not even other white rappers.
Right.
Not even other white rappers. That's a great point. So therefore, now he is skilled. Like
Actually, Bronson sound like Ghostface Killer.
He do. Yeah, just like him.
That he is.
I'll put him over Eminem.
He a high level rapper, skill wise, but he ain't do nothing to make the game better. He ain't do nothing to make the game more. I don't know. He did nothing to push the game.
You fine? Oh yeah.
You good?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Got you.
He did nothing to push the game forward at all. And I think the top 5 and the top 3 should only be reserved for men who did that. Jay-Z did that. Biggie did that, and even with his short time, changed the game up. Tupac did that.
How he changed the game? How big he changed?
Biggie's storytelling was on another level. And he made niggas step their storytelling game up.
Wasn't better than Slick Rick.
That's okay.
That's true.
Subjective.
That's true.
That's subjective.
Yeah, that's true.
That's where it came from. Yeah, but I think
Slick
he took
Rick
it
did a song called The Art of Storytelling.
He did. But I think Biggie's storytelling. So let's say, so I'll put you right about Slick Rick, but think about the kids that grew up listening to Biggie that never heard Slick Rick. He bringing storytelling to them and making it at the forefront of their mind, and now they want to be like Biggie instead of now. Slick Rick probably had some kids wanting to do storytelling like him, but when Biggie
who this was storytelling rapping after Biggie? If he influenced anyone.
I think Kendrick is good at that. I think Kendrick is influenced by that. I think J. Cole is similar to that. He tells great, vivid stories. Those are the 2 that I got. Yeah, you see, he don't like that type of rap. He's not feeling that type. See, he said bitches. He don't like that.
I said I give it to you.
Hey, all right. Think about J. Cole on Benny the Butcher song. You see what I'm saying? People think that's one of the hardest verses of all time, that verse right there. Benny even said, the way he painted that picture. You see what I'm saying? So Eminem ain't do nothing. That's why I respect his skill. He is a skillful dude, but he can never break the top 5 in my book. Yeah. That's like Mount Rushmore stuff.
I think he's skillful, but not so soulful. You know what I'm saying? Not so soulful. He's skillful, but without the soul. Yeah.
So what's your definition of soul?
Yeah, you need to define
Because
that.
you feel it. You feel the music.
Yeah. Pause for a second.
Any person, now we might not relate to that,
right?
But that their mother treating them like trash.
Yeah.
Having woman issues to the degree that he does. There's a whole section of people that was like, whatever Eminem is saying, he right. I feel that in my soul. So what is your, because that's what you pushed him out of.
Right.
But there's a lot of people that's brought his records because he's like the #1 selling rap artist of all time. He is.
Like it sucks, but he is.
I mean, just about sales, but
People say like,
that's because he white.
You gotta think the population of white people in America is much larger than black.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So that's easy.
They'll buy his
pill
record just
poppers and all that other shit, and wanting to do things to that, put them in the trunk and all that.
Yeah, cutting the head off.
Like, there's people that resonate with that.
Yeah.
So when you say soul, what does that mean? You talking about your soul?
Negro soul.
So I think he resonated to the
he ain't put no stank on it like Ike said.
The devilish part of your soul. You know what I'm saying? Like the devilish part of some of the people's soul. You know what I mean? Felt like, damn, yo, I wanted to put my baby mama in the, you know what I mean, in the water too and let her float down the river. You know what I'm saying? Like he appealed to that part. When I'm talking about soul, I'm talking about like
selling crack to your own community and watching them die slowly. That's devilish.
That's definitely a devilish part.
But
definitely,
we resonating
definitely,
with that.
definitely. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So when I'm talking, but when I'm talking about soul,
Jay-Z made niggas
when I'm
sell drugs.
he did.
Jay-Z,
and he did it. And he did it in such a way, you know what I'm saying? But then he always did drop some science and some stuff in the middle of it.
He made doing wrong so.
Yeah, he did. No, he did because he did touch those frequencies.
That
though.
sounds really
Imagine how many Jay-Z songs you listen to.
This whole argument, so you walked away. His whole argument is bad.
Imagine how many Jay-Z songs you listen to where, you know what I'm saying, like where he was talking about, you know what I mean, like Hard Knock Life. But you just being like,
you could feel it.
You just be like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Just like you be like, oh, gee, damn.
Like I was saying, Jay-Z made.
But that's different than Eminem. That's different than Eminem though. Eminem ain't give you that feeling like Jay-Z when you was like,
Jay-Z made you want to be a drug dealer. Snoop Dogg made you want. Think about when Snoop Dogg dropped in the '90s.
Damn, Snoop Dogg made you want to just like.
He changed the image of rap forever.
He did.
Forever.
Hey, Bees ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
When he dropped, everybody wanted to be gangster when he dropped. When he dropped the Doggy Style album, was it with the Doghouse?
Bruh.
Everybody wanted to be gangster like
bitches
him.
Ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Look at that.
I mean that. Yeah, that was. I mean that joint.
Eminem ain't got nothing like that.
Yeah.
Nothing. And like you said, white boys don't even really want to rap like Eminem. They still want to rap like a black guy.
Yeah.
But he was talking about soul. So I question what does that mean to
there's
be
a
soulful?
certain frequency
because
though.
There's millions of people that brought Eminem's tracks, his albums, and to them,
so
they felt something from him. So it resonated with him.
It resonated with him, but it wasn't like,
well, the same person that told us to sell crack to people and to kill our people slowly. Are we supporting that? That's reaching our soul though.
I'm gonna tell you.
Jay-Z made you.
And we know how that reacted to us. You brought up Snoop Dogg. We know how that reacted to us. We almost destroyed our generation because of that. So Eminem was talking about destroying his own circle.
Yeah.
We talking about destroying communities. But that's our soul though, right?
Yeah.
Is that our soul?
That's
all I'm asking. That's the soul of the community.
Yeah, because what they did was
the desire to destroy it.
Because what they did was they did tap into a frequency. He tapped into a frequency, you know what I'm saying? That makes us, you know what I mean, that we can feel though. You know what I'm saying? Like no, the frequency is not, you know what I mean, it's not good. A lot of exactly. A good beat, but it's the whole frequency, it's the whole delivery, it's the whole, you know what I'm saying? It's all of that. All together, yeah. So I mean, I definitely feel what you're saying, but you know, like I say, like there is some white people who tapped into who's real soulful though. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Eminem was one. Like some of the people that was coming up in the 70s and 80s and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like Tina Marie, and you got your later down the line, your Bee Gees and your Michael McDonald's. I know. I'm saying a lot of white different groups. Yeah, who they tapped into that frequency though. You know what I mean? And they were soulful. They were soulful. You know what I'm saying? But to me, Eminem, he's not soulful. Hey, what's up, brother? How you feel? All right, yes, sir.
This is another rap guy. You might want to get his opinion. What's up, bro?
Well, unfortunately, I gotta shut this stream down because I gotta. No. I gotta go. I gotta be home by. What's the nigga? Yeah.
It was a good show,
Yeah. Hey, thank y'all for joining. Be back here next week, 3 o'clock. Conscious Heads.
Say no to Sloop Loops.
No, you good, you good. No, I gotta shut this joint. Get this. Yo, wow.
Jabari just started an argument about Eminem getting it always.
That's always a good one, bro.
You got Eminem there on your rap all-time great. Jabari would love that. Jabari would love that.
My man.
It's about commitment, healing, honor, respect. This is Barber Life. Cutting hair, I like it. Barbershop, I like it. Change your life, I like it. Conversate, I like it.
Yeah.
Some of y'all gonna play that.
Oh.
He ain't do anything to take the game forward. I mean, the only thing he did was